Chapter 1695. Shirley's cooperation with the gun ban also shocked Chen Wei. Of course, Shirley's decision to wash his hands of the law made Chen Wei even more surprised. He couldn't believe it. Could it be that what he told Su Yun to Shirley really worked? However, this effect was a little too great, completely beyond his imagination. However, Shirley's cooperation did drive the effect of the gun ban this time. The number of people who took the initiative to hand in their guns and ammunition far exceeded Chen Wei's expectations. Most of these people were from the underworld. The first reason they took a gun was to scare people and increase their deterrence. The second reason was really for self-defense. They could protect themselves and their families when they were attacked. There were also some people who were purely fooling around. They bought a gun at a high price so that they could hunt wild hares and pheasants in the wilderness during their weekends. Anyway, there were fewer and fewer pheasants now, and the wild hares were almost all caught by some folk experts who train dogs. Thinking back to the magnificent scene of the royal hunting in the past, thousands of soldiers surrounded a large area of wilderness or fields. The emperor, surrounded by his ministers and guided by his dogs, galloped across the wilderness. This made too many people want to experience the feeling of hunting. As the city grew bigger and bigger, there were fewer and fewer places for people to gallop. If this gun was really used to catch wild hares and pheasants, then it was really useless. It was better for everyone to hand it in early. They wouldn't be sentenced to 3 years in prison because of this. If they were sent to prison, they would definitely vomit when they heard the word pheasant 3 years later. The 8th day of the Chinese New Year was getting closer and closer. The day Shirley retired from the underworld was in front of him. During this time, Qingdao fell into a suffocating silence. There were no conflicts or disputes. Even the people of the Northeast Gang and the Qingdao Circle chose to tolerate many conflicts of interest. Obviously, this was the calm before the storm. This kind of calm made people feel completely uneasy. The social circle that seemed to have calmed down because of the arrival of a new bureau chief was actually turbulent undercurrents that could erupt at any time. Chen Wei was also very clear about this. He had been a police officer for so many years and had been in so many cities. The response to the crackdown was similar in every place. It was just that he had never experienced the kind of bloodshed brought about by the big shots of a local society. So he wasn't fully prepared to face all this. Finally, Qi Xiaobei found Shirley before Bai Renjun did. Tomorrow was the day Shirley would retire. He felt that it would be better for everyone if he arrived earlier. Today Shirley invited Su Yun to his house. He wanted to drink and chat with Su Yun to relieve the huge pressure in his heart during this period of time. Shirley had already realized that it was much more difficult to exit this door than to enter it. Su Yun and Shirley were drinking and chatting merrily at home. The only ones accompanying them were Lin Guo and Zhang Chang. Zhang Chang was Shirley's most trusted brother. He had promised Shirley that once Shirley quit, he would definitely follow. He would also do as Shirley wanted him to do, which was to do some serious business and no longer participate in the carnage of the underworld. However, before Shirley officially retired from the underworld, he had to stand by Shirley's side for the last time. This should be the first time Su Yun met Zhang Chang. Usually, he wouldn't be by Shirley's side because he could take care of a lot of things alone. This was because after Shirley made such a big decision, Zhang Chang stayed by Shirley's side. He was worried that something would happen. He was afraid that something would happen to Shirley in the end. I'm really going to quit. I'm really reluctant. After Shirley drank 2 glasses of wine, he began to talk more. However, I feel so relieved. If my brothers can live a good life in the future, I will have no regrets in this life. Brother Lei, don't worry. Our brothers will do well, Zhang Chang said. Zhang Chang said. He said this to comfort Shirley. Although some of his brothers were willing to let go of everything and turn from evil to good, there were still some who stubbornly believed that they couldn't do anything other than mingling in the underworld. They could only continue to do this. Shirley smiled bitterly and shook his head. He asked, Brother Su Yun, is my decision right? I always feel that I will have retribution. Of course your decision is right. Su Yun. Brother Lei, in life there are 3 kinds of karma. Present retribution, 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 present retribution. Shirley looked at the wine glass and said, I don't know what kind of retribution I will have. There are many people who have gone astray, but there are also a lot of people who have turned over a new leaf. There are also many people who have turned over a new leaf and repented for their mistakes. Su Yin. Moreover, Brother Lei, although you are an evil person in everyone's eyes, there is a bottom line for the evil things you have done. I don't expect any good retribution for myself. Ha ha ha. I just hope that my brothers won't suffer retribution. Shirley took another sip of wine and sighed. This is my last request. At this time, there was a knock on the door. Zhang Chang quickly got up and walked to the door. He asked who it was and opened the door with a click. Qi Xiaobei stood at the door surrounded by two of his brothers. His hair was slicked back, and there was a tattoo that extended from his chest to his neck. The thumb-sized gemstone ring was very eye-catching. He held a bag and placed it in front of his stomach. He ignored Zhang Chang's existence and smiled at Shirley who was in the room. He shouted, Brother Lei, I heard that you were injured some time ago. I came to see you. Just when Qi Xiaobei wanted to enter the door, Zhang Chang reached out and stopped him. Qi Xiaobei, Brother Lei has a guest today. If you want to see Brother Lei, let's do it another day. Zhang Chang could hear that this guy was not sincere at all. Brother Lei had been injured for so many days. Now his wound had been healed by Su Yun's miracle medicine. Did he still need to see him? It was ridiculous. Brother Chang, it's a pleasure to have friends coming from afar. Why are you blocking the door and not letting me in? Are you looking down on me? Qi Xiaobei looked at Zhang Chang unhappily. You don't have the right to look down on me. Huh. When the two men behind Qi Xiaobei wanted to attack Zhang Chang, Qi Xiaobei waved his hand and stopped them. He scolded the two men. Don't mess around. I'm here to see Brother Lei. Show some respect. Even if you want to beat a dog, you still have to look at its owner. Do you understand? Zhang Chang suppressed his anger and said, I'll say it one last time. Brother Lei has a guest today. If you are sincere, you can come another day. Zhang Chang. Why are you acting in front of me? Qi Xiaobei was obviously impatient. Tomorrow, Brother Lei will retire from the Jianghu. What's the point of me coming to see him? Jianghu matters end in Jianghu. We are all brothers and friends in the Jianghu. Do you think that I don't know the rules after I retire? Brother Lei will retire tomorrow. If I come to see him again, I will be disturbing him while he is enjoying his old age. Do you understand? F***ck. You don't know the rules. When he finished speaking, Qi Xiaobei's aura became stronger. After all, he was the boss of the Jianghu gang in Qingdao. No matter how powerful Zhang Chang was, he was just one of Shirley's men. Their levels were different. Therefore, Qi Xiaobei had the right to stare at Zhang Chang. Let him in, Shirley said calmly. He was glad that Zhang Chang could endure it. Since he had decided to retire from the Jianghu gang, he would have to face these provocations and humiliations in the future. If he wanted to say goodbye to everything and get rid of everything, he would have to learn how to endure. Qi Xiaobei laughed disdainfully. He walked forward and pushed Zhang Chang's shoulder away. He strode into the room. Brother Lei, you are so considerate. You know how to treat your guests. Big brother is really big brother. You are so well-mannered. As he said that, he did not forget to mock Zhang Chang. Unlike some of your men, they have followed such a good big brother for so many years, but they did not even learn these rules. How can they survive in the Jianghu gang? Go home early and drink milk. You don't have to worry about being chopped up and fed to the dogs in the future. Zhang Chang closed his eyes and took a deep breath. He suppressed his anger and gently closed the door. Even if he did not do it for himself, he had to endure it for Brother Lei. Chapter 1696. Qi Xiaobei walked in and saw Su Yin and Lin Gu who were drinking and chatting with Shirley. He frowned and touched his chin. Both of you look familiar. Where are you from? Are you Brother Lei's brothers? It seems like both of you have the same idea as me. Hearing Qi Xiaobei's self-righteous laughter, Shirley pointed at the sofa and gestured for him to sit down. Don't think too much. They are my friends. They are not from the underworld. Xiao Bei, how come you have time to visit me today? What's wrong? Aren't you busy enough? While they were talking, Shirley had already poured a glass of white wine for Qi Xiaobei and placed it in front of him. Every profession and sect had their own rules, and those who mingled in the underworld could not break the rules even more. If someone was stronger than you and was an elder, the younger generation had to drink the wine in one gulp to show respect to the elder. Otherwise, they would not give face to the person who poured the wine, and would put the person who poured the wine in an awkward position. Shirley did this because he wanted to know the purpose of Qi Xiaobei's visit. Since Qi Xiaobei was willing to give him face, it meant that Qi Xiaobei did not want to fall out with him. Shirley did not want to get into any trouble before he retired. It would be best if Qi Xiaobei did not cause any trouble. Brother Lei, I have drunk the wine. Can you just say what you want to say? Qi Xiaobei put down the glass and smiled. I started my career in Qingdao when I was 16. I have been in the underworld for more than 10 years. I have never been afraid of anyone or anything. You're the only one I respect in the entire Guqin Island, Brother Lei. I will quit immediately. I can't accept such a big compliment, Shirley said calmly. Just say it. Qi Xiaobei laughed. Brother Lei, you are a straightforward person. I admire you for this. Brother, you're going to retire tomorrow. Have you thought about how you're going to deal with those territories of yours? That is not something that I need to worry about, Shirley said. I only care about my own retirement. As for the other things, I believe that I do not need to arrange them. Someone will take care of them. By then, we will have to rely on our own abilities to make a living. Qi Xiaobei was stunned. Did Shirley not leave what should be left for his brothers? What kind of society is this? There's no such thing as a hereditary system anymore. In this society, only those who are capable can survive. Shirley said. I don't think the brothers under me are as capable as me, so I won't do such a stupid thing. If I abdicate, I will definitely disperse my stall. Otherwise, whoever I hand it over to, I will be harming them. Shirley's words were very straightforward. Indeed, he did not think that there was anyone under him who could carry this burden and play with the new chief Qin. If they couldn't, they would definitely be sent to prison in the end. It was better to just give up and not end up with a tragic story. Of course, Shirley did not believe that Qi Xiaobei could withstand it. However, he could see that Qi Xiaobei really wanted to eat the bone. Brother Lei's ability is naturally not something an ordinary person can have. But in this society, isn't it all for the sake of training? Qi Xiaobei said. If they don't even dare to accept your position, then they should just quit and embarrass you. I don't want them to stay in the society anymore. Shirley chuckled and stared at Qi Xiaobei. If my brothers quit, then I don't have to worry about them breaking up their families and going to prison. Qi Xiaobei met Shirley's gaze and smirked. Shirley's words were meant for him. Of course he knew it very well. Brother Lei, you are so righteous. You still worry about your brothers at this time. Qi Xiaobei said. How many people will be hurt if you retire in a golden basin? Then Qi Xiaobei looked at Zhang Chang and deliberately provoked him. Right, Brother Chang? You said that you have been waiting for this opportunity for so many years. You have finally reached the age where Brother Lei is going to retire. In the end, Brother Lei is going to retire before I can promote you to the position. TSK. If I were you, I would not be able to accept it. Zhang Chang did not even look at Qi Xiaobei. It's your business if you can't accept it. You won't have the chance to accept it even if you want to. Qi Xiaobei snorted in disdain. He thought to himself, you are really shameless. I call you Brother Chang. You really think that you are a human being. I, Qi Xiaobei, have never been one to take handouts. If Brother Lei really wants to give it to me, I won't accept it. I, Qi Xiaobei, will use my own fist to get what I want. It's good for young people to have a backbone. However, I'm afraid that your backbone is not strong enough. You can't keep your words. Shirley still had a smile on his face. Xiaobei, all these years, your life has been smooth sailing. Do you know why? Qi Xiaobei raised his eyebrows and said, That's because Bai Renjun is not strong enough. Those bastards do not have the ability to kill me. Shirley snorted. This was called being arrogant. Bai Renjun had led a group of Manchurian tigers to occupy Qingdao for so many years. He did not like Qi Xiaobei, but he had never had a large-scale conflict with him. This was because Bai Renjun was afraid of Shirlei. No matter what, Shirlei was a native of Qingdao. If the Manchurian gang wanted to dominate the island, Shirlei would definitely not agree to it. As long as Bai Renjun dared to swallow Qi Xiaobei, Shirlei would definitely have a confrontation with Bai Renjun. If that day really came, Bai Renjun did not have the confidence to fight against Shirlei. Bai Renjun knew better than anyone else who was the ruler of Guqin Island. That was why he and Qi Xiaobei seemed to be at odds with each other, because he was worried about Shirlei. If it was not because of Shirlei, Bai Renjun would not let Qi Xiaobei off so easily. He might not be able to kill Qi Xiaobei in one breath, but he would definitely make Qi Xiaobei's life in Qingdao very, very difficult. Qi Xiaobei had never realized this, which led to his current arrogant and unruly character. Every day, he would think that he was awesome, but in fact, it was not the case at all. Bai Renjun really did not treat him as a dish. Bai Renjun must have been clear about Shirlei's retirement, but Bai Renjun didn't do anything. He was still the same as before. Only a silent person like him would use the most crucial method to solve the problem he wanted to solve at the most critical time, and get what he wanted the most. To use an inappropriate analogy, the more silent a dog was, the more it would suddenly jump out and bite people. Of course, no matter what, Bai Renjun was still a man. Using a dog to describe him was very inappropriate. Xiaobei, my territory is not that easy to take over. Shirlei said. If you really have the ability to take it, my people will definitely not stop you. But let me remind you. Now Bai Renjun is not the only one who is watching these things. Do you understand? Brother Lei, are you talking to me as an experienced person? Qi Xiaobei smiled slightly. I know that if you don't listen to your elders, you will be at a disadvantage. But now it is a new society. Your old ways are useless. The world belongs to the young people. The future also belongs to the young people. If this guy did not listen to his advice, he would not be able to achieve anything. Shirlei shook his head helplessly. I want to remind you that other than Bai Renjun, there is also the new police station's bureau chief Chen. My intuition tells me that he is more difficult to deal with than Bai Renjun. Xiaobei, think about it carefully. Qi Xiaobei was still disdainful. Brother Lei, I know that you are afraid. If not, you will not be so soft. You threw the things away and quit. Isn't it because of the ban on guns issued by Commissioner Chen? You are so scared because of such a small thing? This is really interesting. I am speechless. Speechless or not, you will suffer when the time comes. Lin Gu could not stand this egomaniac anymore. Brother Lei, why are you wasting your breath on him? He can do whatever he wants. If he wants to die, then he will die. How rude. Coming here and yelling as if it is your own house. You are really affecting my appetite. When Lin Gu finished speaking, Qi Xiaobei's two underlings immediately glared at him. They rolled up their sleeves and wanted to teach Lin Gu a lesson. Chapter 1697. In the face of this level of threat, how could Lin Gu even look at them? They were just two punks who were angrily rolling up their sleeves and glaring at him. He was too lazy to even look at them. Just as they were about to come up and teach him a lesson, he directly stood up. The smell of gunpowder instantly exploded. Qi Xiaobei sneered. The two brothers he brought today were gold medal fighters in Qingdao. One of them had even accidentally killed one of the top 10 Sanda masters in the country. He went out to hide for 3 years before daring to come back to Qingdao. Therefore, Qi Xiaobei was not worried that his two brothers would be at a disadvantage if they fought against one of them. He would not stop them and let the situation develop. No matter what, Shirlei was going to wash his hands of the gold basin tomorrow. No matter what happened today, he would try his best to turn a blind eye. Pigeon, this is Brother Lei's house. Watch your behavior. Su Yin said lightly. He did not want to ruin the originally good atmosphere. Shirlei invited him to drink today so that he could relax and prepare to wash his hands of the gold basin tomorrow. If Lin Gu and Qi Xiaobei fought here, wouldn't it increase Shirlei's tension? Then they would lose the meaning and purpose of coming here. Hearing Su Yun's words, even if Lin Gu had a lot of anger in his heart, he immediately put it away. He waved his hand and said disdainfully, I'm a great man who doesn't care about petty people. You guys can go wherever you want to play. You're lucky to be able to keep your lives today. After saying that, Linga sat down again, and did not even look at the two of them. He was afraid that if he looked at them one more time, he would want to punch them. When the two of them saw Linga sit down, they thought that he was really afraid of them, and was just looking for an excuse not to confront them directly. They looked down on each other even more. They became even more arrogant and made a ruckus. They did not put Su Yun and Lin Gu in their eyes at all. Qi Xiaobei, who was standing behind the two of them, silently agreed with their actions. He did not stop them at all. He even seemed to support them. It was obvious that Qi Xiaobei was trying to provoke Su Yun. He wanted to let Su Yun know how powerful his brothers were. Qi Xiaobei indeed felt that Su Yun looked familiar, but he could not recognize Su Yun's identity. Because he felt that Su Yun looked familiar, he suspected that Su Yun was also someone from the same path. Shirley's retirement was a big deal. It was not impossible for some low-class people to take advantage of this opportunity to climb up the ranks. Qi Xiaobei completely regarded Su Yun as one of those low-class people. That was why he was so unscrupulous. Xiaobei, tell your men to calm down. If anything happens here, I won't be responsible. Shirley said coolly. You have to think clearly before making a move. Once he makes a move, it will be too late for those two brothers of yours to regret. At that time, you won't be able to bear the consequences. Qi Xiaobei's mouth twitched. Was this considered a threat? Shirley really wanted to destroy his prestige. What could his opponents do? He did not even know the names of the two of them. In Qingdao, there was no one who did not know Qi Xiaobei's name. Fame was equal to power. Qi Xiaobei had absolute confidence that his power could defeat these two people. Brother Lei, initially, I really did not want my brothers to cause trouble for you. I just wanted to scare those bastards. Qi Xiaobei said, but if you say it like that, it's really embarrassing for me. My brothers can throw their faces away, but they definitely won't throw my face away. The meaning of his words was obvious. Qi Xiaobei's two subordinates had to make a move against the person in front of them just because Shirley said that he would not be able to bear the consequences. Shirley sneered. It seemed that Qi Xiaobei drank the wine in the beginning for nothing. Shirley did not intend to give him any face at all. It was obvious that Qi Xiaobei had already left the circle today, and was no longer his opponent. Shirley did not say anything else. He turned around and said to Su Yun and Lin Gu, you don't have to care about my face. Just treat this place as your own. Lin Gu looked at Su Yun. Su Yun smiled faintly. This is my own place. I don't want any flies to affect your drinking. The moment Su Yun's voice fell, Lin Gu stood up again. This time, he was not as gentle as before. Just as his figure left his seat at lightning speed, a sharp whip kick was already aimed at one of the men's head. One of Qi Xiaobei's subordinates was sent flying by a gust of wind. He crashed into the wall and fell to the ground. Everything happened so fast that the other person did not even have time to react. He was hit in the chin by an uppercut. After seeing stars, he did a somersault and fell to the ground. He fainted from the fall. This person was the best fighter in Qi Xiaobei's group. He had defeated one of the top 10 fighters in the national mixed martial arts competition. One move. Just one fucking move. Lin Gu was not even out of breath. This was not even enough for him to warm up. Even if Qi Xiaobei brought 20 more people, it was impossible for Lin Gu to warm up. Shirley rubbed his temples helplessly. Qi Xiaobei was already shocked. People with this kind of skill were not on the same level as them. Now Qi Xiaobei could finally understand what kind of place the two men in front of him were in. There was a huge difference between the underground world and the society. Qi Xiaobei gulped a few times. He did not know what to do at the moment. No wonder Shirley had this kind of ability. He was related to the underworld. Fine. Brother Lei. Today, I'll take it as my own fault. Qi Xiaobei said angrily, but the underworld is completely different from us. We won't have much interaction in the future. Brother Lei, I don't think you're interested in this place. Brothers, if there's anything that Xiaobei doesn't do well, please forgive him. Don't slander me. Lin Gu glared at Qi Xiaobei. They were serious businessmen. They had nothing to do with the underworld. Do you know why he looks so familiar? Shirley sneered. He is Sky Entertainment Group CEO Su. Who doesn't know him in Qingdao? Today, I have an important guest to entertain. Forgive me for not staying long. If there's nothing else, I won't see you out. Shirley pointed out Su Yun's identity and asked Qi Xiaobei to leave. Qi Xiaobei was so shocked that he could not close his mouth. No wonder he is the CEO of Sky Entertainment Group. It was not surprising that his bodyguard had this kind of skill. He wanted to get close to Su Yun, but today was not the right time. After all, there was an unpleasant incident just now. Luckily, Qi Xiaobei got some information from Shirley. At least, this trip was not in vain. He had no regrets. So he left. CEO Su, I'm sorry for what happened just now. It was rare for Qi Xiaobei to apologize. He then said respectfully to Shirley, Brother Lei, I'll be there on time tomorrow. If anyone dares to cause trouble when you're washing your hands in a gold basin, I, Qi Xiaobei, will be the first to not let it happen. Shirley felt that Qi Xiaobei was implying something. I, Shirley, have been in the underworld for so many years. If I don't have this kind of confidence, then I've wasted my life. You don't have to worry about it. Qi Xiaobei laughed. No matter what, it's better to be prepared. It's better for me to be prepared. I'll bring more brothers with me. I won't let anyone disturb Brother Lei's business. Shirley knew what Qi Xiaobei was thinking. Bai Renjun would be there too. He just wanted to show off to Bai Renjun. He did not want to give him any face. He also did not want to be his national defense army. He wanted to show off his power and aura. He had to suppress Bai Renjun tomorrow. That was all. Qi Xiaobei left. He was not in a good mood. Although Shirley did not leave anything to his own people after he retired, it was still first come, first served. Naturally, Shirley's men would take over those places. At that time, he would have to put in a lot of effort to fight for it. Chapter 1698. This scourge will cause big trouble sooner or later. After Qi Xiaobei left, Su Yun said, Brother Lei, you don't have to remind him of the current situation. No matter what you say, he'll think that you're trying to boost others' morale and diminish his own. He won't understand your honest words. Lin Go also sneered. How dare he challenge you in front of someone like that? Brother Lei, aren't you being a little too merciful? If he didn't rely on his identity, he would have been destroyed by you many times. Su Yun said, Forget it. Everyone has their own ambitions. Brother Lei, I also know that you have your own selfish motives. You don't want the Guqin Island's little brother to be completely defeated by the Northeast gang after you wash your hands of the gold basin. Everyone had this mentality. However, the current leader of the Qin Island Circle was a bit of a loser who couldn't support a wall. Other than being arrogant and being a leader, he's useless in other aspects. Shirley was really disappointed in Qi Xiaobei. He was indeed selfish. Him quitting meant that he would quit, but it didn't mean that others would quit, and it didn't mean that his brothers would quit. If Qi Xiaobei could fight for the Dongbei gang and gather all the people who wanted to stay, he could enjoy the rest of his life. At least, these people wouldn't make things difficult for him in the future. They would still give him face. However, if Bai Renjun took away the power of Guqin Island in the end, even if Bai Renjun would give Shirley face in the future, it would be really difficult to restrain the northeastern tigers under him. At that time, they would definitely cause a lot of trouble and harassment by relying on their powerful forces. This was the more comprehensive factor that Shirley had to consider. Due to many reasons, Shirley had to consider everything. As a leader who had been in the Dongbei gang for so many years, even if he could let go of everything, he definitely didn't want to be harassed and humiliated after quitting. These troubles must be avoided if possible. Brother Lei, I know what you're thinking. Su Yun smiled. However, I have to say that you're thinking too much. That's because you didn't take into account Director Chen's iron-fisted methods. What do you mean? Shirley was stunned. He really didn't think too much about Chief Chen's problem. He was always thinking about the bigger picture. Su Yun smiled. No matter who it is, they will lose in the end. You mean, be it by Renjun or Qi Xiaobei, they will lose to the same person in the end? Shirley was shocked. Why do you have so much confidence in Director Chen? I'm not just confident in Chief Chen. Brother Lei, I have confidence in this society. Su Yun. Black and white are always on opposite sides in this world, and neither can destroy the other. They will always exist. Evil is 1 foot taller than Tao is 10 feet taller. Evil cannot prevail over good. This is also a principle that will never change. Shirley nodded. I understand. Su Yun smiled. Don't worry, Brother Lei. I'll take care of things tomorrow. Don't even think about causing trouble for you when you're washing your hands of the gold basin. Brother, with your words, my heart is really not troubled at all. Shirley laughed. Come, let's drink this cup of wine. After so many years in the underworld of Guqin, the biggest event finally came. The news that Shirley was going to wash his hands of the gold basin spread to every street and alley in Guqin. During these days, whether it was the people who mingled in the underworld, the official staff, the white-collar workers, or even the students who were still wet behind the ears, they were all talking about this matter during their leisure time and break time. How Shirley rose to the top in a single bound in the past, how he was now like the sun in the sky, and what incredible things he had done were all dug out again, and spread to everyone's mouth with exaggerated details. But in the end, no one could explain why this big shot, who was at the peak of his life, would suddenly choose to retreat and return to being ordinary. It was really incomprehensible. With Shirley's current glory, no one would be able to shake his position in the next 10 years. There was no need for him to make such a decision. The ceremony for Shirley to wash his hands of the gold basin was set at a private club. The owner of the private club and Shirley were old friends. Shirley had always helped him settle all kinds of things in the underworld. Naturally, Shirley also had a stake in the club. However, Shirley's retirement meant that he would give up this stake. Still, the owner of the private club sincerely wanted to settle Shirley's last business in the underworld. He knew all too well how much Shirley had helped him all these years. On this day, almost all the famous people in Guqin were present. There were still many who did not come because they knew that they were not qualified to stand in such a big event. Among these people, there was no lack of Bai Renjun and Qi Xiaobei. Qi Xiaobei really did what he said yesterday. He brought more than 40 brothers here. This made Shirley's brothers a little anxious. This kind of event was really not suitable to bring so many people. Qi Xiaobei was trying to steal the limelight. Bai Renjun was naturally unhappy when he saw this. He knew all too well what Qi Xiaobei was thinking. He was here to show off. He wanted to show off that he dared to bring so many people here when Shirley was washing his hands of the gold basin. He wanted all the brothers in Guqin to see if he was the best. F***CK. Are you crazy? Why are you bringing so many people here? Or are you trying to show off too? Bai Renjun snorted in disdain. You can't show off like this. Everyone knows who is better than you. Bai Renjun's words immediately caused a commotion among the crowd. It was obvious that Bai Renjun's Northeast gang had more influence in Guqin. His words were clearly provoking Qi Xiaobei. Aya. Everyone here, who didn't zip their pants properly. Why is there such a big bird? It's not that you're afraid of being smoked by us, but you should at least think about not smoking Brother Lei's gold basin. Huh? Qi Xiaobei was arrogant. There was no other way. There were too many people here. Today, even if he suppressed Bai Renjun in every way, Bai Renjun wouldn't have the guts to make the first move. Everyone knew that a wise man knows better than to fight when the odds are against him. Bai Renjun was not stupid enough to bring a few of his men to fight with Qi Xiaobei's men. Even if the reinforcements came, they would still be heavily injured. Sometimes, one had to know how to act according to the situation. Bai Renjun snorted in disdain and sneered. Keep pretending. Keep pretending. Today is Brother Lei's day to wash his hands of the gold basin. Everyone should be friendly. Everyone should be friendly. Friendliness breeds wealth. Ha ha ha. Let's be friendly. Someone stepped forward to be the peacemaker. That was because he did not want to offend anyone. Of course, this kind of fence-sitter was not welcomed by any party. Qi Xiaobei spat on the ground. Do you have the right to speak? The person who dares to order me around is not even born yet. Before Qi Xiaobei could finish his sentence, Bai Renjun spoke again. Get the F***CK out of here. I look down on those who pretend to be cool. Whoever wants to be friendly with him can be friendly with him. Those who are friendly with him are not friendly with me. I, by Renjun, am going to say this today. The flames between the two of them instantly collided. A great battle was about to begin. However, this was Shirley's home ground after all. There would definitely be someone who would stand up and stop everything. Everyone who is here today should know what you are doing. Zhang Chang suddenly stood up. Today is Brother Lei's day to wash his hands of the gold basin. Who dares to cause trouble? Let me remind some people that as long as Brother Lei's hands are not in the gold basin, he will listen to you. Zhang Chang suddenly shouted. Asterisk boom. Asterisk Shirley's 100 brothers all surrounded him. From the looks of it, they were definitely going to skin the troublemaker alive. Whoever dared to offend Brother Lei today, they would definitely make him suffer. Chapter 1699. As long as Brother Lei is still in power for a minute, no one will be able to cause trouble for him when he retires. Zhang Chang said coldly. Qi Xiaobei, by Renjun, although I am not as good as you in the underworld, Brother Lei's brothers will skin the both of you alive if I say the word. The two of them really believed those words. Shirley's retirement had already put them in a bad mood. Under such a repressed situation, as long as someone took the lead to do something, they would definitely act without any scruples. It could be said that at this time, whoever stood out was purely courting death. Brother Xiaochang, please don't be angry. I came here to congratulate Brother Lei sincerely. I'm not like some people who brought so many brothers here to create momentum for themselves. Bai Renjuan's words were full of disdain for Qi Xiaobei. Son of AB****, if you want to get to the top, you can only pretend. You son of AB****, listen carefully. I will not provoke you any more today. If you provoke me again, we will not cause trouble for Brother Lei here. Let's go out and practice. How about it? Qi Xiaobei used the fact that he had more people to provoke him. If you don't dare to answer, then shut your stinky ass right now. Don't let me hear the sound of your farts. Having more people meant having more confidence. Qi Xiaobei was so arrogant that he dared to point at Bai Renjuan's nose and curse him in front of so many people. The reason why Bai Renjuan's Dongbei gang and Qi Xiaobei's group were always at odds with each other was also because of Qi Xiaobei's arrogant attitude, which the Dongbei people could not stand. Let's wait and see. Bai Renjun glared at Qi Xiaobei. As long as Shirley left the underworld, Bai Renjun would not show any mercy to Qi Xiaobei's men. He would not be surnamed Bai anymore. He would be surnamed Bai Renjun. Bai Renjun thought to himself. Sooner or later, I will make you kneel on the ground and call me father. What the F***ck, do you know other than talking tough? Qi Xiaobei did not lose in the argument. He sneered and turned around to ignore Bai Renjun. If they continued to argue, Zhang Chang might not be able to hold himself back anymore. Although he could make Bai Renjun lose face, he would also lose some face. Shirley also saw this scene. Fortunately, it didn't cause any more trouble in the end, so he was relieved. Naturally, Suyin also participated in Shirley's washing of his hands. However, as the people present were all from the underworld, Suyin stayed backstage and did not go to the front. He came here to prevent any trouble. If he could not control it, he would stand out to help Shirley control the situation. This was Shirley's final performance. As a friend, Suyin didn't want him to leave with regrets. Finally, the time was up. Zhang Chang stood in front of the hall and said, "The auspicious time has come." Shirley had a confident smile on his face as he walked out under everyone's gaze. No one knew who took the lead to applaud, but the applause was endless. Zhang Chang continued to speak amidst the endless applause of the crowd. Today is the big day for Brother Lei to wash his hands of the golden basin. Everyone knows that there are rules in our underworld. Don't not give face to anyone. Don't make trouble for others or for yourself. Brother Lei's position in the Guqin Island has been recognized by everyone for so many years. Today he quit because he has something to say to everyone. While speaking, Zhang Chang made room for Shirley to speak. Shirley coughed twice and slowly walked to the front of the crowd. Today, I wash my hands of the golden basin. I feel very honored to have so many brothers and friends supporting me. If there is a chance, I still hope to be of service to all of you. After a pause, Shirley continued. However, I'm not that young anymore. There are many things in the underworld that I don't want to get involved in anymore. Some people say that the student surpasses the master. I think it's time for me to step down. I hope that after Shirley washes his hands of the golden basin, you can give me a way out and don't disturb my life anymore. Just give me some face now. It doesn't matter whether Brother Lay washes his hands of the golden basin or not. We are all Brother Lay's brothers. If anyone dares to make trouble for Brother Lay, we will be the first to disagree. Nobody knew who took the lead, but Shirley's hundreds of reputable brothers in the underworld all spoke out to express this point. This aura really made ordinary people not dare to provoke him. What was the saying? A starving camel is still bigger than a horse. Even if Shirley stepped down, there were not many people who could provoke him. But in Bai Renjuan's eyes, these guys were already scattered sand. As long as Shirley, the leader, left, the others were just a bunch of farts. A group of dragons without a leader couldn't do anything. Bai Renjun could lead the Northeast gang for so many years, so he had some experience. Shirley raised his hand to signal his brothers to stop arguing. He also knew that these brothers were doing this for his own good. At this moment, Shirley's washing his hands of the golden basin actually welcomed an absolutely unexpected guest. When the two police cars stopped at the entrance of the venue, the underlings standing guard outside were at a loss of what to do. But facing the police, they couldn't stop them. They just let the uniform guys walk in. This was a ceremony for a big brother to wash his hands of the underworld. Did the police come here to smear his reputation? Did they want people to gossip about him? This was definitely something that people couldn't believe at all. But today it happened in front of everyone. Chen Wei's appearance completely made the scene fall into a state of shock. Everyone was once again wondering if Shirley had fallen into the hands of this new bureau chief. That was why Shirley was in such a hurry to wash his hands of the underworld. But this bureau chief Chen didn't seem to have any intention of letting him go. He appeared at this ceremony to wash his hands of the underworld. Ooh. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. Were they going to arrest him at this time? Shirley's underlings were also at a loss. What did the police mean by this? The tense atmosphere made Su Yun, who was backstage, feel that something was wrong. He wanted to come out to see what was going on, but before he could take a step, he saw Bureau Chief Chen's bright smile. This caused Su Yun to be dumbfounded. Why did Chen Wei come here? This matter didn't have anything to do with him. I seem to have affected everyone's mood by coming here uninvited. Chen Wei didn't mind the strange looks from everyone. He strode forward and smiled at Shirley. Shirley, I'm here today to congratulate you. I don't have any other intentions. I think if you say this to your underlings, it will ease the atmosphere. Shirley's heart was beating like a drum. This matter was definitely out of his expectations. Suyin didn't tell him that Bureau Chief Chen might come suddenly. He was really caught off guard. After the gun ban on Qingdao was issued, you made an outstanding contribution. Because of your leadership, this work went smoothly. Chen Wei continued. And now, you're taking the lead to wash your hands of the underworld. Good, good. As the saying goes, a prodigal who returns is more precious than gold. I'm here today to give you a calligraphy as a gift for today. This wasn't just for show. Chen Wei really brought a gift. Soon, two young policemen went to the car and took out the calligraphy that was already embedded. It was written by Chen Wei himself. His handwriting was very domineering. It was very artistic. A prodigal who returns is more precious than gold. The line of words was so beautiful. Shirley's heart instantly surged with warmth. The dignified bureau chief actually came here to support him when he was washing his hands in a golden basin. This was probably going to make history in Qingdao. Bai Renjun and Qi Xiaobei, who were just watching the show, were also shocked. Shirley's level was too high. He was too showy. The new bureau chief Qin, who was rumored to be an iron fist, actually came to support him? What was the hidden meaning behind this? It was probably more than that. The corners of Su Yun's mouth revealed a trace of a smile. Indeed, there was definitely more to this matter. Chen Wei's actions were simply too beautiful. Chapter 1700. Those in the underworld who could build a good relationship with those in the government were considered capable. Those in the government gave them face were considered capable. However, to be able to make people in the officialdom disregard their own status and attend his event in public, that was truly amazing. Although Chen Wei was definitely here because of Su Yun, outsiders did not know about this. Even Shirley was a little confused, let alone the others. Everyone thought that the legendary Chief Chen was here for Shirley. Shirley's head was directly crowned with a tall hat. Shirley himself was also frightened. However, when he saw Chief Chen congratulating him and giving him gifts, he did not feel any malice at all. It was obvious that he was not here to cause trouble for him. Moreover, it had also imperceptibly added a layer of protection for him. Think about it. How many people here were disloyal? How many people were jealous of Shirley's glory? How many wanted to teach him a lesson after he retired from the industry? There were too many people like that at the scene. They dared to do that because a person who had retired would never use the rules of the underworld to solve these problems. What if a person who had retired was threatened? Of course, they would not gather their brothers to settle this matter. How could that be considered as retiring? They would go to the police and ask for their help. However, as police officers, they were naturally unwilling to get involved in the grudges of a former devil incarnate, a former big shot of society. This resulted in a situation where they ignored him. In other words, it was very difficult for a retired boss to ask for help from the police. This was the reason why many retired big shots broke the rules and came out of retirement when they ran into trouble that they couldn't solve. However, once this rule was broken, they would be looked down upon in society. This was equivalent to going back on one's word. Even if they returned to the underworld, no one in the underworld would be willing to talk to someone who went back on his word. Isolation was inevitable. Once isolated, it was easy to be killed by one's enemies. Therefore, people who stayed in the underworld did not have a good ending. This saying was not groundless. It was very reliable. Since you're retiring, then after today, Brother Lei won't be involved in those messy matters in the underworld, right? Chen Wei suddenly said with his calm and penetrating voice. Everyone's attention was focused on Chen Wei. In front of the new bureau chief, most of the people had a fawning attitude. Even Qi Xiaobei, who was a madman, knew that if he dared to act rashly in front of the new bureau chief, he would definitely be forced out. This was not an affirmation of Chen Wei's ability. Instead, it was because anyone who sat in this position had the authority in their hands. With that kind of power, as long as he wanted to deal with this kind of person who was disrupting the public order, he could definitely do it. It was mainly because those who neglected their duties had destroyed it, which led to the rampant underworld in some places. I'm not participating, Shirley said indifferently. Chief Chen, please don't call me Brother Lei. I'm just a minor character in front of you. As long as you don't do anything illegal, you're my friend, Chen Wei said. Besides, I won't say much about our relationship. If you can wash your hands of it, I'm really willing to treat you as a friend. If you need anything in the future, you don't have to go through that kid. Just look for me directly. Once these words were spoken, the crowd was once again in an uproar. Most people would definitely say in their hearts, look, this relationship is too strong. They could look for him for anything. In the future, who would dare to provoke Shirley in the underworld? At that time, Shirley could directly cripple them with just a word. Su Yun was secretly happy at the back. Chief Chen, you really know how to play. Today, it was clear that he was here to give Shirley a shock. With him here, Qi Xiaobei and the others would not be able to steal the limelight no matter how much they wanted to show off. Thank you for taking care of me, Chief Chen. Shirley's gratitude came from the bottom of his heart. Chen Wei smiled and waved his hand, indicating that it was nothing. His gaze swept across everyone who was participating in Shirley's washing of hands of the underworld. Anyone who looked at him would involuntarily avoid his gaze. No one wanted to be stared at. There was no one present who did not know Chen Wei's identity. You must be the famous Qi Xiaobei from the southern district of Qingdao, right? Chen Wei's gaze suddenly stopped on Qi Xiaobei. Qi Xiaobei was startled. After the new chief took office, he had been trying to get close to him. However, no matter how he tried to contact people to get to know him, Chief Chen did not give him any face. Why did he suddenly take the initiative to talk to him today? Qi Xiaobei did not think that it would be a good thing for him. Bureau Chief, you might have mistaken me for someone else. Qi Xiaobei turned his head away after replying. Is this old man aiming at me? Is he trying to shoot the bird that stands out? If that was the case, he was afraid that he would not be able to pretend anymore. F***ck, when Bai Renjun heard this, he immediately looked down on Qi Xiaobei. Qi Xiaobei, you are a F***king big shot. First, you are a coward. You don't even dare to admit who you are. What did you do to betray the society? You don't even dare to look at Chief Chen's eyes. Chen Wei must have done his homework if he wanted to punish these people. He had never met Qi Xiaobei before. However, based on his understanding of these people's personalities and attitudes, he was able to recognize Qi Xiaobei's identity immediately. However, Bai Renjuan's words also revealed his identity. Chen Wei knew about the situation in Qingdao. He also knew about the conflict between Bai Renjun and Qi Xiaobei. Bai Renjun, brother Jun. Chen Wei followed the voice and looked at Bai Renjun. Bai Renjun was also stunned. He didn't provoke this new bureau chief Chen at all. Moreover, he had been very quiet these days. He understood the principle of a new official making 3 rounds of fire. He just didn't want to be burned to death by these 3 rounds of fire, so he didn't dare to say anything. He had been keeping a low profile. How did Chief Chen recognize him? This person must be Sun Wukong. He had sharp eyes. Chief Chen, you can even recognize me, a small fry at the bottom of the society? It's my honor. Haha. Bai Renjun was being sarcastic. Even an idiot could tell that he was being sarcastic. However, he did not forget to mock Qi Xiaobei. I'm not like some people. I, Bai Renjun, will never change my name. Chief Chen, nice to meet you. Qi Xiaobei was furious. However, he could not say anything. He had just said that he was not Qi Xiaobei. Now he wanted to admit it again? That was the same as slapping his own face. Chen Wei did not say anything to Bai Renjun. Instead, he turned around and said to Qi Xiaobei, since I've mistaken you for someone else, I think you should know Qi Xiaobei, right? If it's possible, help me pass a message to him. Qi Xiaobei was trembling with anger. What is it? Just say it. Tell him that I don't care about what he did in Qingdao. But now that I'm here, he better not fall into my hands. Chen Wei said coldly. If he falls into my hands, don't blame me for being merciless. As long as I have evidence, no one can protect him. Qi Xiaobei knew how to use illegal drugs. After Chen Wei knew about this, he had zero tolerance for Qi Xiaobei. This guy took those things as a stimulant, and he often brought men and women with him to take the illegal stuff. If Chen Wei had evidence against this person, he would not waste time talking to him. He would have arrested him immediately. There's no such thing as an impenetrable wall. Chen Wei continued. Don't let him think that it's difficult for me to find evidence. If I stop now, I might not be able to find any evidence. However, if I continue, my nose is not just for breathing. I can smell the scent of a criminal. Do you understand? Qi Xiaobei did not turn around. I will pass the message. Don't worry. No one is willing to create trouble for you if they don't have to. It's good that no one creates trouble for you. Chen Wei said. I'm just afraid that someone will not realize it. Chapter 1701. No matter what, this was the day for Shirley to retire. The people present and Chen Wei were from 2 different worlds. Chen Wei felt that he had stayed here long enough, and had given Shirley enough support. He was also giving face to Su Yun. This brat did not show his face, and Chen Wei understood what he meant. Su Yun also did not wish for Chen Wei to stay here for too long. Firstly, it would have a bad influence on him. Secondly, what if there was a hothead among these people? It was hard to say. Therefore, it was best for Chen Wei to leave this place as soon as possible. Shirley, I won't bother you anymore. Chen Wei said, when you have time, we can play chess and fish together. Ha ha. I'll take my leave first. Shirley personally went to send him off. Chen Wei's trip today had helped him a lot. Shirley was grateful from the bottom of his heart. It did not matter whether Chen Wei did it for him or not. It was just for Su Yan's sake. Shirley was very grateful for Chunwei's appearance. After sending Chunwei off, the atmosphere began to return to normal. The tension and silence gradually dissipated. Coward bastard. He doesn't even dare to admit who he is. Bai Renjun laughed loudly with the people next to him. You say, this kind of person wants to compete with me, Bai Renjun? What's there to compare? Ha ha ha, no matter how good or bad I've been in these years, I, Bai Renjun, dare to stand here and admit who I am. I'm not like some coward who doesn't even dare to say who he is. Ha ha ha. He even said that he recognized the wrong person. If he can become a bureau chief, he is not a fool who can be fooled easily. Qi Xiaobei could endure Shirley's threats and warnings, but he definitely could not endure Bai Renjun's abuse. Bai Renjun, do you think you are awesome? Let me tell you, I did it on purpose today. I'm not as stupid as you. Do you know what it means to shoot the bird that sticks out? Didn't you tell everyone that you are Bai Renjun? Think about it. Why did Bureau Chief Chen name you? Don't think that nothing will happen to you. I'm afraid that you won't even know how you died. Bai Renjun sucked in a breath of cold air. That's right. Why did Chief Chen also mention his name? He was already restraining himself, wasn't he? I don't admit it because I'm smarter than you. Use your brain before showing off your IQ. Qi Xiaobei said proudly. A real man knows when to yield and when to stand tall. A brain that only knows how to stretch is called a brainless brain. Crippled. Pew. Husband. Qi Xiaobei purposely emphasized his tone when he spoke about the matter. Bai Renjun's anger flared up. If Shirley hadn't started the process of washing his hands in a golden basin in time, the two of them would have really fought. I hope that I can spend my last moments in peace. With Chunwei as his backer, Shirley was much more confident than before. Before I complete the final ceremony, I hope that no one will disturb me again. When Bai Renjun heard this, he suppressed all of his anger. Qi Xiaobei did not continue to pursue the matter. Instead, he obediently shut his mouth. Zhang Chang carried out a golden basin. Of course, the so-called golden basin was not made of gold. Those who had seen a tycoon washing his hands in a golden basin would know that it was made of copper and silver. Due to the luster of the metal, it was called washing his hands in a golden basin. Those who used a golden basin to wash their hands were not tycoons. They were definitely tycoons from the Middle East. They would even use toilet paper that contained gold to wipe their buttocks. They would also eat ice cream that contained gold. Zhang Chang stood in the middle. Shirley slowly rolled up his sleeves. He knew that once he washed his hands in a golden basin, he would not be able to do anything in the future. This decision might seem hasty to others, but to him, it was a decision that he had made after careful consideration. After rolling up his sleeves, Shirley smiled and calmly put his hands into the golden basin. With this, he washed away everything on his body. It was a simple ceremony, but it represented a great significance. From now on, Shirley no longer had anything that he had. From this moment on, he was an ordinary person. An ordinary person that could not be ordinary anymore. Shirley's little brother gave Shirley a towel for the last time. His eyes were filled with unwillingness. This was the peak of Shirley's life. Why did he choose to quit at such a time? This was something that ordinary people could not understand. Those who understood would naturally understand. How many heroes were taken down at the peak of their lives? How many giants were destroyed at the peak of their lives? This society no longer allowed the existence of the so-called underground emperors. Thus, this path could only lead to death at the end of the road. Quitting early was truly a type of release, and also a type of self-redemption. Shirley had done something that many people could not do. Just like how he was able to stand at the peak of the Qin Island, he had also done things that others could not do. This was a type of sacrifice. Only by being willing to pay a price that ordinary people could not pay would one be able to obtain something that ordinary people could not repay. The world was fair, and the heavens were fair as well. If a person paid enough, they might not be able to obtain enough, but they would definitely obtain something. If one did not pay at all, then they would not be able to obtain anything at all. Even if they obtained a little bit of charity, it would only be food that was given to them. Shirley wiped his hands clean and bowed deeply towards everyone present. Thank you all for coming here today to appraise this Shir. From today on, there is no longer a person named Shirley on this path. Shirley said. In the future, no matter what happens, I, Shirley, will not get involved. I also hope that in the future, everyone will give me, Shirley, some face and not disturb my life. Pausing for a moment, Shirley continued. As for my brothers, some of them want to quit. I also hope that everyone will give them face and give them some food on the other paths. Don't force them to do things that they don't want to do. As for those who don't want to quit, then I will give you my blessings. Good luck to you all. At this place, I can only help you all to ask for mercy. If there is anything that is not considerate in the future, please forgive me. I, Shirley, have already washed my hands in a golden basin and quit. Then, I have no face to speak of in our path. Thus, I have no face to lend to my brothers. Shirley had a lot to say. If you all want to continue on this path, then think clearly. No matter what happens as your brother, I cannot help you. If I have any problems, I don't need you all to get involved. I will use the proper way to solve it. The scene was silent. Shirley was the only one who spoke. As for your future path, you all can decide for yourselves. After today, I am no longer your boss, Shirley said solemnly. Then he added, no, to be exact, from now on, I am no longer your boss. If you all want to leave, you can leave. Everyone has their own aspirations. For some reason, the sad atmosphere made everyone feel uncomfortable. Even Qi Xiaobei, who was prepared to watch a good show, could not help but feel sour in his heart. Brother Lei, take care. Bai Renjun cupped his fist and bowed. We will meet again if fate wills it. It is my honor to be able to participate in your washing of hands in a golden basin today. In the future, we will go our separate ways. I wish you all the best. After saying that, Bai Renjun quickly left with his brothers. He had his own considerations. Qi Xiaobei was still eyeing him covetously. Who knew what would happen later? It was not that he was afraid of trouble. It was just that he did not have the vigor of a tiger. He was smart. He knew that a wise man does not fight when the odds are against him. With one person taking the lead, the others stood up and said their goodbyes. Soon more than half of the group had left. Shirley bowed and said goodbye to each of them to express his gratitude for today. Chapter 1702. Shirley's retirement had indeed shocked the entire Qingdao region for a while. However, as time went by, this matter would be forgotten within a short week. People would be constantly brought into a new world by new topics. Which celebrity had left? Which celebrity had cheated? The entertainment news was enough to divert people's attention. However, there was one person who couldn't accept this fact no matter what. This person was naturally Yang Zhen. Yang Zhen definitely couldn't accept this. He had spent too much energy on Shirley, even if he could call it even. However, when it came to Su Yun's matter, it wasn't fair at all. Su Yun's villa's real estate certificate had been completed, and the renovations were basically done. Only the furniture and appliances were left. Everything else was settled. And he had already spent close to 2 million yuan. If all the furniture and furnishings were completed, it would probably cost him another 2 million yuan. Yang Zhen definitely couldn't accept this matter. He simply didn't care about it anymore. Whoever wanted to do the rest could do it. He didn't even tell Su Yin about the renovation team leaving. It was only when Bai Xiaoya noticed that no one was working for the past few days on her way home that she told Su Yin about it. Su Yin could guess what Yang Zhen was thinking. What was the use of a retired big shot who had already retired? In the future, no matter what happened, Shirley's words wouldn't be of any use. Then, what was the point of playing with him? If the real estate certificate hadn't been in Su Yun's hands today, Yang Zhen would probably have directly fallen out with him. Unfortunately, the rice had already been cooked long ago. Even if Yang Zhen had 10,000 regrets, he didn't have the chance anymore. This matter had already tormented Yang Zhen for several days. He couldn't wait to rush to Su Yin and ask for the 20 million yuan back. However, it was written clearly in black and white. Even if it escalated to a lawsuit, he wouldn't be able to gain anything from this matter. No, Yang Zhen couldn't sleep for several nights. His mind was filled with this matter. Seeing that the Tang group had already started to explore the affordable housing area, Yang Zhen became more and more envious. If he won the project that day, he wouldn't be calculative with Shirley. However, before Shirley retired, he had helped the Tang Corporation enter the Bureau of Housing and Urban Rural Development. It's fine if you don't stop me. He didn't even let them stop him, so he was shot by Wang Qing. The more Yang Zhen thought about it, the angrier he got. Why didn't he get Wang Qing to kill you? Yang Zhen took a deep breath. He had to find Shirley and get the money back. Now that Shirley had washed his hands of the underworld, he was no longer a member of the underworld. If there was anything, he wouldn't look for people from the underworld. Naturally, his underlings had become mere decorations. Yang Zhen couldn't care less, and tried to find a few other people to help him get the money back. What surprised Yang Zhen was that he found a few people, but they all rejected his request. Even if he could take out 20% of the debt as a reward, no one was willing to step forward. This was because Yang Zhen didn't know that on the day Shirley retired, Bureau Chief Chen Wei had also appeared. Thus, these people didn't dare to act rashly. Even if they wanted to, they didn't have the guts to earn the money. Yang Zhen didn't know about this matter. He thought that there would definitely be brave men with a huge reward. Finally, he got a response from Qi Xiaobei. Obviously, Qi Xiaobei also knew that this wasn't a good thing, but he couldn't resist the temptation of money. This was a 20 million debt. Of course, Qi Xiaobei also put forward his own condition. He wanted 30% of the debt. He was also a greedy person. He asked for an extra 2 million. Ruthless. He was too ruthless. Yang Zhen really couldn't do anything about it. Moreover, Qi Xiaobei was one of the most powerful people in Qingdao. Thus, he had no choice but to follow Qi Xiaobei's wishes. So be it if he had to pay more money. As long as he could get the money back, he would still pay less. In the end, Qi Xiaobei couldn't resist the temptation of money. He became the first person to cause trouble for Shirley after he retired. Of course, Qi Xiaobei had not reached the point where he would directly go to Shirley to collect the debt. He contacted Shirley and said that he wanted to treat Shirley to tea. Shirley pondered for a long time, but still couldn't figure out what he meant. Initially, Shirley didn't want to agree. However, Qi Xiaobei said that it was not a matter of the underworld. It was just a matter of drinking tea and chatting. Shirley actually believed his nonsense. He really went to the tea house that Qi Xiaobei had agreed to meet him at. Ever since Shirley retired, he had been adjusting his mood at home. He took care of the flowers and plants, trying to get rid of the underworld aura on him as soon as possible. "Brother Lei, please come in." Qi Xiaobei was surprisingly polite. He brought Shirley to a private room. While he brewed a cup of tea guanyin, he looked at Shirley with a smile. "It seems like Brother Lei's complexion is not bad. You must be very happy these days." Shirley smiled. "Yes, it's pretty good. Every day is like cultivating. It's very comfortable." Ha ha ha. In the end, people just want to live a carefree life. Qi Xiaobei smiled and said, "Come, Brother Lei, have a taste of my tea. This tea is not from their tea house. It's made by my friend. It's the best tea guanyin. Look at the color and smell the fragrance. It's not bad. It's really the best." Shirley knew a little about tea. This tea guanyin tea had the fragrance of orchids. It was not bitter or astringent. It was smooth and there was no feeling of obstruction. After drinking it, there was a sweetness in the throat. It spread throughout the mouth and did not fade for a long time. "It's a good tea," Qi Xiaobei said and poured another cup of tea for Shirley. Shirley looked around the environment of the tea house. He could vaguely hear the voices of the people next door and outside. It was obvious that this was not a place where normal people would come to. It should be Qi Xiaobei's small base. "Xiaobei, you really asked me to come here just to drink tea, right?" Shirley said. "If you want to ask me about the things in my territory, then forget it. Most of my brothers have already left. As for those who still want to stay, I won't ask them. It's up to you to solve your own problems." Qi Xiaobei smiled. "Brother Lei, I know the rules. The rules of the underworld are to be solved by the people in the underworld. Since you've already left, I won't get involved with you. Now the only person who dares to fight with me for territory is Bai Renjun. I have the geographical advantage, and he has the support. Now, let's see who will get the right timing. Shirley did not participate in the conversation. He did not want to talk too much about these messy things in the underworld. He only wanted to say that the two of them could forget about getting the right timing. Chen Wei's arrival in Qingdao meant that the two of them had already destroyed the right timing, geographical advantage, and support. Seeing that Shirley did not say anything, Qi Xiaobei smiled again. Brother Lei, other than drinking tea, I really have something to talk to you about. As long as it's not about the underworld, you can talk to me about anything. Shirley drank his tea. Qi Xiaobei nodded. Indeed, it's not about the underworld. It's like this. I have a friend who is in the real estate business. Some time ago, he wanted to get an affordable housing project. So he asked a big brother to help him. In the end, the big brother used this matter to help his friend buy a villa at a very low price. This made him lose 20 million. When Qi Xiaobei said this, Shirley's eyes widened. In the end, he did not get the affordable housing project. Moreover, the big brother who promised to help him helped his competitor. Qi Xiaobei continued, so now he regrets it. He wants to take back the 20 million that the big brother earned. Brother Lei, what do you think should be done? Shirley put down the teacup in his hand. Yang Zhen wants you to help him blackmail me? Brother Lei, don't say it like that. This is not blackmail. Qi Xiaobei stopped smiling. Was what I said just now the truth? Do you admit it? Chapter 1703. That's the truth. However, it's written clearly in black and white. Yang Zhen did not take a single cent less from the contract price. Shirley said. He did it willingly. There's no coercion. I don't have any relationship with him. There's no clause in the contract that says that I have to help him get the affordable housing project. Qi Xiaobei smiled. This could not be written in the contract. Brother Lei, let's not talk about the contract. Think about it. What kind of place is Yangzhen's Golden Coast Garden District? A villa worth nearly 30 million was sold for 10 million, and he was even responsible for the renovation. When he gave you this face, can't you understand that he has something to ask of you? Shirley did not refute. It was impossible for him not to understand. That's his wishful thinking. However, what he wants me to do for him is beyond my ability. That's it. Since it's beyond your ability, then don't accept his benefits. Qi Xiaobei's face darkened. Someone who can afford 10 million to live in a villa in the Golden Coast Garden District would definitely not mind paying the remaining 20 million, right? This is not a matter of money. This is a matter of credibility. Shirley said. There's no reason to increase the price of something that has already been sold. The contract was signed by Yang Zhen himself. It has nothing to do with us. This matter really has nothing to do with me. Moreover, it's not like I didn't help Yang Zhen before. If we were to calculate this favor, it's not clear. Let's not calculate the favor in the past. Qi Xiaobei said. At least, Yang Zhen will not need you in the future. Brother Lei, do you understand what I mean? If you haven't retired, Yang Zhen wouldn't dare to ask for this. However, now that you've retired, you're nothing in front of him in the future. Shirley's face was a little embarrassed. Indeed, after retiring from the underworld, he had to endure some unbearable things. This made Shirley feel very unhappy. However, he had to pay the price for his actions. Since he retired, he had to be a decent person. Brother Lei, don't be angry. I'm young and don't study much. I don't know how to speak or do things. Don't blame me. After Qi Xiaobei scolded him, he said. However, you should know better than me whether what I said is reasonable or not. You have to give him an explanation for what happened today. What explanation? What explanation do I need to give him? Shirley was a little angry. Qi Xiaobei hoped to see Shirley like this. The calmer Shirley was, the more he did not know how to deal with it. As long as Shirley was angry, even if he slammed the table and smashed the chair, Qi Xiaobei would still feel good. He liked to go against people. Besides, who was Shirley now? She didn't seem to have the qualifications to shout at him, did she? Shirley was the one who had retired, not Qi Xiaobei. If you anger him, he will send you to the hospital to get stitches and bones fixed. Of course it's about the money. Qi Xiaobei said. Boss Yang has already given me full authority to handle this matter. I won't say anything about it. I'll just tell you the truth. As for what you should do, Brother Lei, you've been in the underworld for so many years. You should know better than me. Shirlei snorted. You want money from me? 20 million? Ha ha ha. Brother Lei, of course there are other ways to deal with it. Qi Xiaobei said. If you really can't take out that much money in such a short time, I can understand. Who would have so much money in their hands? That's what the rich do. We're all in the underworld. It's not easy for us. If we have some money, we'll definitely save it in the bank to get some interest. Then, Qi Xiaobei took out the paper and pen that he had prepared earlier. However, I also know that it's impossible for us to not have some money in our hands. So, how about this? Give me 6 million in cash first and settle my service fee. As for the remaining 14 million, you can write an IOU to Yangzhen. Sign it and put your fingerprint on it. When the time comes, he will calculate the amount with you. If you can't calculate the amount, you can go through the legal process. Brother Lei, you're already a decent person. It's good for you to go through the legal process. Shirlei stared at Qi Xiaobei coldly. What if I don't give you the money and sign the IOU? Brother Lei, can you not force me, your younger brother, to be disrespectful to you? Qi Xiaobei glared at him and said, I've always been nice to you. Brother Lei, if you do this, then we can't continue to be friends. Shirlei regretted coming out to meet Qi Xiaobei. Today the tea house was like a tiger's den. It was easy for him to enter, but it would be difficult for him to leave. Ever since Qi Xiaobei roared a few times in the room next door and outside became silent. The tea house instantly became deserted. Shirlei knew that the people outside were all Qi Xiaobei's men. They were all waiting for Qi Xiaobei's order. If Shirlei was still in Jianghu, he could make a call and no one would dare to touch him. He could gather his men in minutes and surround the damn tea house. However, he could not do it now. He quit. Most of his men quit as well. They were all decent people now. What was the point of him blowing the whistle and calling people over? He was the one who had retired, not Qi Xiaobei. Shirlei no longer used the underworld's methods to deal with things, but Qi Xiaobei could still use the underworld's methods to deal with things. Today, Shirlei really could not escape even if he had wings. However, Shirlei was Shirlei after all. He had experienced many things. This was nothing to him. It was not like he had never been besieged before. At this moment, Shirlei saw the only way out of the room. That window. That's right. It's that window. Even if this was the second floor, and there was a certain degree of danger in jumping down, it was still better than being trapped in here. Xiaobei, I always thought that after I retired, the first person who would come looking for trouble with me would be Bai Renjun. Shirlei sneered. I never thought that the first person who would come looking for trouble with me would be you. Haha. It seems that I overestimated you. Brother Lei, I'm afraid that you did not overestimate me. You underestimated me. Qi Xiaobei snorted. Even if you have Bureau Chief Chen as your backer, so what? The police are very particular about evidence. I said that you stole from my tea house and got beaten up by a customer. Moreover, I can find more than 10 witnesses. What about you? How are you going to explain yourself? Shirlei suddenly flipped the entire tea house over. Everything happened without any warning. If Qi Xiaobei wanted to escape, he needed this kind of sudden outburst. Otherwise, it would be too late when Qi Xiaobei realized it. Qi Xiaobei was shocked by Shirlei's action. Before he could react, Shirlei had already smashed the glass of the window and jumped out of the tea house's second-floor window. Qi Xiaobei's men rushed into the room when they heard the noise. However, they saw the broken glass and Qi Xiaobei's red eyes. What the F***ck are you still standing there for? Qi Xiaobei roared. Chase. Chase after him. Today, I want to let this old man know what kind of person I am. Let's see where you can run to if you want to play this game with me. Qi Xiaobei's eyes were red. He had even forgotten his original purpose. His anger toward Shirlei was mostly because he felt that Shirlei had underestimated him and thought that he was not as good as Bai Renjun. That was why Qi Xiaobei was so angry. It was obvious that his behavior was not mature enough. Compared to Bai Renjun, Qi Xiaobei was indeed a level lower. This was an objective judgment. It was not that Qi Xiaobei was looking down on Bai Renjun. It was just that Bai Renjun was more experienced. Yang Zhen had also approached Bai Renjun about this matter. However, Bai Renjun rejected him without even thinking about it. This was because he knew that Qi Xiaobei would not be able to resist it. Although Bai Renjun also liked money, he was still cautious and gave the opportunity to make money to Qi Xiaobei. He wanted Qi Xiaobei to be the vanguard who stepped on the landmines. Chapter 1704. Although Shirley's actions were quick and nimble, creating a path for himself to escape, it seemed that God was not helping him. In the past, when he jumped down from the second floor, he would not sprain his ankle even if it was an open space. This time, there was a parked car downstairs, which was enough to reduce the impact of Shirley's landing. However, Shirley still sprained his ankle. Could this be retribution? Shirley's heart sank because he quickly felt the swelling of his ankle. The moment he tried to get up and run, he felt a huge pain coming from his ankle. Although the pain was not heart-wrenching, it definitely affected his ability to stand up. He could not run at all. He could not run at all. Where could he run to? The tea house was not in the downtown area. Looking around, other than a few people standing at the bus stop, there was no place for him to call for help. The small shops on the roadside could not protect him at all. Shirley was experienced. He knew very well what kind of environment he needed to be in to make Qi Xiaobei and the others not dare to do anything to him. Unfortunately, there was no such environment in this place. Unless Shirley ran far away, there was no way for him to hide. Since he had washed his hands of the gold basin, Shirley had sold all his luxury cars in order to keep a low profile. He rode a bicycle for environmental protection and took the bus when he was too far away. He felt that this low carbon and environmental protection was also a way to atone for his sins. However, Shirley, who did not have a car, began to regret it. He could not escape at all. Dragging his injured and swollen ankle, Shirley had only taken a few steps when he heard the noisy and disorderly footsteps behind him, as well as the sounds of howling and groaning behind him. In the end, Shirley chose to give up and continue to run. Perhaps this was retribution that he could not escape? Shirley was surrounded by Qi Xiaobei's underlings, punching and kicking him. A few passengers who were waiting at the bus stop not far away looked at all of this with expressionless faces. They were all indifferent and numb. No one was even willing to take out their mobile phone to call the police. Calling the police at this time was tantamount to using a big move on a monster in a game. It would directly attract all of the monster's aggro. The result would be the monster attacking them. Therefore, no one would call the police. No one saw that the person being besieged was Shirley, the man who had once commanded the winds and clouds of the Guqin Island. They all thought that he was just a little brother who had betrayed his boss and was being taught a lesson. After a series of beatings, Shirley still used his arms to protect his head. However, his body was no longer young, and his ability to withstand blows was far from what it had been in the past. Perhaps many people were wondering why Shirley did not fight back. Could it be that the once all-powerful Jianghu boss had only sprained his ankle and did not even have the ability to fight back? Of course not. It was just that since Shirley had decided to wash his hands of the past, he would no longer use that simple and crude method to deal with the problem. He had to learn to let go of the butcher's knife in his hand. Only by letting go of that violent method could he truly obtain spiritual relief. He could only return to being an ordinary person when he was mentally liberated. It wasn't that Shirley couldn't, it was just that he didn't want to. He would rather be besieged here and be as miserable as a dog than take the initiative to jump into that dangerous situation again. This was indeed not a problem that others could understand. This was a punishment that Shirley had willingly accepted. As long as Qi Xiaobei did not order them to stop, the siege would continue. In the past, Shirley was definitely not someone that these people dared to touch. Now, Shirley was just an ordinary person. They could bully him however they wanted. This allowed these people to vent their anger with all their might. Finally, Shirley was completely paralyzed on the ground. His mouth and nose were bleeding. His chin was blurry. Not only did he sprain his ankle, but he also did not have the strength to lift his arm. If it was not for Qi Xiaobei who shouted for them to stop, he would have been beaten to death on the streets. Tui. Qi Xiaobei spat on the ground. He took out his phone and took a picture of Shirley's miserable state. He then asked his men beside him, "Do any of you know what Zhang Chang, the one who used to play with Shirley the most, is doing now?" After Shirley had washed his hands of the past, he rented a small shop on the most crowded pedestrian street and started to sell octopus balls. I heard that his profit is not bad. There are also a lot of customers. Although it's only a dozen yuan per serving, he can sell 2,000 to 3,000 servings a day. It's quite profitable. The shop that he rented is less than 10 square meters. The rent is 800,000 yuan a year. It's really a golden shop in a prime location. However, he is still making a profit. It's not a problem for him to earn 7 digits a year. Qi Xiaobei snorted. "I'll send the picture to you. Take this picture and look for Zhang Chang. Tell him that if he doesn't have 6 million yuan, he can forget about taking him away from me." Shirley, who was already weak, suddenly grabbed Qi Xiaobei's trousers. Qi Xiaobei was disgusted. He immediately kicked Shirley's hand away. "If you don't want to pay, I'll see if your men are willing to pay for you. I'll also test if your men are loyal to you. You don't have to thank me. Don't harass him." "Shirley, is there something wrong with your brain? His annual income is 7 digits. So, what if you want him to pay 6 million yuan? I also heard that you are a King righteous person. The money that he invested was given by you. You have given a lot of people 2 million yuan. Qi Xiaobei spat. "You have so much money. You only need my 6 million yuan, right?" Qi Xiaobei then pointed at one of his men and said, "Go, go, go. Take out the IOU before the blood on your hands dries." "What IOU?" "It's the IOU that he owes Yangjin 14 million yuan. Are you King stupid? Why did I raise you? Use your brain when you do things." Qi Xiaobei did not know why, but he was annoyed. Shirley was already in such a state, but he still wanted to protect his former brother. Ck. Why are you pretending to be loyal to your friends? Shirley used all his strength, but he still could not stop Qi Xiaobei from doing what he wanted to do. At this moment, Shirley was really heartbroken. At this moment, he thought of everything that he had done. He used to be like Qi Xiaobei. How many people had he made feel helpless? Is it really that difficult to be a good person? Shirley could not think of how he could continue to support himself. Shirley could not imagine how he could live a normal life after he retired. Perhaps Qi Xiaobei's harassment was just the beginning. How many more similar things would happen to him in the future? Shirley really did not know and did not dare to think about it. He was afraid that he would regret his decision the more he thought about it. What if he did not quit? Qi Xiaobei would only dare to joke in front of him. As long as he glared at him, Qi Xiaobei could only bow in front of him respectfully. Life was unpredictable. It was just a copper and silver wash basin to wash one's hands, and everything became abnormal. Shirley felt like the world was spinning, and his mind started to go blank. He wanted so badly to stay awake, but he couldn't. The last thing he knew was that someone had grabbed his hand and pressed a handprint on a piece of paper. After that, he didn't know anything else. When Shirley opened his eyes again, the pain and numbness all over his body, as well as the vast expanse of whiteness, entered his vision. He knew that he was no longer lying on the icy cold street. His arm was clamped under the plasterboard, his leg was hanging high, and the heavy gauze on his head made Shirley feel ashamed. He only opened his eyes slightly, and then closed them tightly. He did not dare to open his eyes. He really did not dare to do so. He did not want to see himself in such a miserable state. This kind of physical trauma was far more unacceptable than the psychological trauma. Chapter 1705. Shirley, who had his eyes closed, soon heard a few familiar voices. They were discussing something in the ward. Anger seemed to be spreading in the whole room. "Zhang Chang, if we don't avenge Brother Lei, don't tell others that you were with Brother Lei." The one who spoke was Lu Dong. Like Zhang Chang, he was brought up by Shirley when he first joined the society. Therefore, he had deep feelings for Shirley. I don't want to listen to those principals. I don't want to listen to them. Don't talk to me. The other one who spoke was called Junzong. He was also Shirley's confidant. Dong, don't be angry. Keep your voice down. Don't wake Brother Lei up. I believe that Brother Chang didn't ask us to gather 6 million for Qi Xiaobei. We just want to redeem Brother Lei as soon as possible. Of course, we can't just let those bastards go. Zhang Chang said coldly. Do you think I don't want to? At that time, I wanted to chop Qi Xiaobei up and feed him to the dogs. Then I'll accompany you. Lu Dong was a little excited. Let's go find a knife now. I don't believe that we can't catch him when we go to his house directly. I'll chop his whole family up and feed them to the dogs. It's not his family's fault. Zhenzong was relatively calm. Don't be so emotional. We have to settle the score with Qi Xiaobei and those bastards. Zhang Chang let out a long breath. Do you think I don't want to do it? Do you think I don't want to teach Qi Xiaobei a lesson? But after Brother Lei retired, we promised him that we would be ordinary people and not get involved in these things. We don't need to solve problems like this when we encounter problems. Lu Dong clenched his teeth and said, Then what do you think we should do? What else can we do? Call the police? Think about it. What do the police care about? It's evidence. I beg you to think about it carefully. What is the evidence? Is Qi Xiaobei a fool? Will he let people find the evidence so easily? We can't go back to our old ways. Otherwise, it's disrespectful to Brother Lei. Zhang Chang still insisted. Zhenzong, do you see what Zhang Chang means? I don't care so much. I'm not a heartless person. I feel worse than anyone else. I can't take this lying down. You have to make a choice today. If you want to stay here with Zhang Chang and think of a solution, then you can continue to hold it in. If you don't want to hold it in, then come with me. Let's take a knife and chop Qi Xiaobei into pieces. I don't believe he won't be afraid when the time comes. Brother Dong, don't be impulsive. You can't solve this problem by being impulsive. Zhenzong looked a little hesitant. He didn't know who he was going to stand on. Finally, Shirley couldn't help but say, None of you should get involved in this matter. Suddenly hearing Shirley's voice, the three of them were shocked. They quickly got up and surrounded Shirley. Brother Lei, when did you wake up? Are you feeling better now? I'm fine. Shirley turned his face to the side. Little Dong, you have to remember that you've already quit. Don't be as impulsive as you were in the past. It's easy to be a bad person, but difficult to be a good person. It wasn't easy for me to decide to be a good person, so I have to persevere. But Brother Lei, they're too much of a bully. Lu Dong still couldn't get over this hurdle in his heart. Shirley squeezed out a smile. Don't think so much. There's no hurdle in this world that can't be overcome. This is the retribution I deserve. It's a cycle of cause and effect. I'll have to go through it sooner or later. Maybe it's a good thing for me if the retribution comes sooner. But we can't just let it go like this, Brother Lei. Although Zhenzong agreed with Shirley, he was just like Lu Dong. He couldn't stand it. Forget it. Shirley's answer was very simple. After a pause, he continued to ask, You're the ones who redeemed me from Qi Xiaobei, right? I'll transfer the money to you when I'm discharged from the hospital. Brother, this isn't about money at all, Lu Dong said. Besides, the money was given to us by you. We don't care how much money we gave that bastard, but that bastard Qi Xiaobei was so cruel to you. I can't take it lying down. I just want to get back at him. You have to take it even if you can't, Shirley said firmly. I know. I'm not your big brother now. You don't have to listen to me. But if you still treat me as your big brother, then listen to me. Forget it. Just bear with it this time. As the saying goes, take a step back and you'll have a better view. Lu Dong lowered his head bitterly and didn't say a word. No matter what, he would choose to listen to Shirley in the end. Zhenzong didn't say anything. He turned his face to the side. No matter what Brother Lei said, he would accept it. As for whether he was willing to accept it in his heart, of course, it was another matter. But no matter what, he was still willing to listen to Shirley. Dong, we're really backing out. Zhang Chang also stood on Shirley's side. Some things just bear with it. I promise you this kind of thing can only happen once. If Qi Xiaobei is a bastard again, I Zhangchang will bring his head to you. Lu Dong gritted his teeth and looked up at Zhangchang. You said it. I said it. Zhangchang patted his chest and made a military pledge. Shirley finally began to feel his injuries. Fractures, swelling, congestion. He had not felt these things for a long time. He didn't expect that at his age, he would still suffer from this kind of devastation. Shirley couldn't help but smile bitterly. Life was really colorful and ever-changing. Nothing happened in the following week. After Qi Xiaobei attacked Shirley, he had been secretly inquiring about the news. What surprised him was that Shirley didn't tell anyone about it at all. Even Director Chen didn't know anything. It was as if this matter had been turned over. No one remembered it. Qi Xiaobei, who was prepared to explain everything, was a little disappointed. There wasn't even a policeman who came to ask questions. Wasn't it too unchallenging? Shirley, how could you wash your temper away after washing your hands in a golden basin? Did you really suffer this loss? Qi Xiaobei laughed. If that's the case, then don't blame me, Qi Xiaobei, for not giving you any face. Finally, Qi Xiaobei saw that the matter had settled down. He took the IOU with the bloody handprint and gave it to Yang Zhen. When Yang Zhen saw the IOU of 14 million, he was confused. Bro Bei, what do you mean by this? Didn't I get the money for you? Qi Xiaobei said impatiently. It's written in black and white. Shirley owes you 14 million. But I said 20 million? Yang Zhen didn't understand. Is the 30% mine? Qi Xiaobei stared at him. I can't work for you for free. I'll take the money first. The rest is yours. Yang Zhen was speechless. What kind of logic was this? The 30% was only given to him after he saw the money. Now this guy took away 6 million and gave him an IOU. Wasn't that the same as not doing anything? Bro Bei, this is not right. Yang Zhen thought to himself. Damn you. I'm really drunk. Boss Yang, do you not understand what I mean? When you don't have the IOU, he won't give you a single cent. You can't do anything about it. Qi Xiaobei said. What about now? You can take the money and sue him. When the time comes, all the money will be yours. Do you understand? Don't think that I didn't do anything. If I didn't do anything, you won't get a single cent. Yang Zhen smiled bitterly. If that was the case, he wouldn't have spent 6 million to look for you. F***ck. People in the underworld said that Qi Xiaobei was not particular. At first he did not believe it. Now, it seemed that Qi Xiaobei was not only not particular, he was also a scoundrel. He had taken advantage of him, and now he wanted to collect the debt from him. Yang Zhen really wanted to cry. So what if there was an IOU? If Shirley refused to give it to him, would he really sue him? Would there be any hope if he sued him? If Shirley did not even have this much money in his account, what was the point of doing something to him? He would still not be able to get his mansion back. When he thought about the mansion, Yang Zhen's eyes lit up. The light bulb in his head was turned on. That's right. If he could not get the money back, he would think of a way to get the mansion back. Chapter 1706. During this period of time, Yang Zhen had completely ignored the matters of the villa. Su Yan also understood and directly changed the door lock. As for the furniture, he really didn't need Yang Zhen to deal with it, and left it all to Bai Xiaoya. Due to Zhuo Lingyue's influence on her since she was young, Bai Xiaoya's taste was still very high-end. The decoration of the villa itself was a mix-and-match style. The designer was definitely a talent. The mix and match was very exaggerated. The fashion sense and the sense of luxury coexisted, but it was completely under his control. It didn't seem abrupt at all. It was quite perfect. With such a level of decoration, if the person who added the furniture didn't have a certain level of taste and style, it would definitely be very difficult to handle. Therefore, Su Yan didn't dare to make a decision on his own. He still trusted Bai Xiaoya on this point. Bai Xiaoya was naturally duty-bound. After all, she would have a room in this place in the future. She might really get married here in the future. Today was the third day that Bai Xiaoya was busy with this matter. All kinds of custom-made furniture had been delivered to her door. Bai Xiaoya went to the movie hotel early in the morning to settle some matters. Then, she hurried back to the Gold Coast and instructed the delivery person to arrange the furniture according to her previous plan. Just as Bai Xiaoya was busy, Yang Zhen suddenly came to visit. He saw that this place had been busy for the past few days, and his heart was itching. Finally, he couldn't help but come and interfere. "Which family are you from?" Bai Xiaoya glanced back at Yang Zhen and didn't pay much attention to him. She thought that he was here to deliver the goods. "Give me the list. I will check the goods first before you move in. Be careful when you move in. I am a person who pays attention to details. I won't accept any bumps or small defects. If anything happens, you will bear the responsibility." Yang Zhen was obviously a little speechless. "I'm sorry, Mississippi. I'm not a delivery person. May I ask who you are? I remember that this villa was sold to a Mr. Su." Bai Xiaoya was stunned for a moment before she reacted. She turned to look at Yang Zhen and smiled. "Oh, so you are Mr. Yang. Nice to meet you. I was wondering why a porter would wear a branded suit." "Ha ha." Yang Zhen laughed embarrassedly. "You must be joking, then you are?" "I'm Su Yun's sister." Bai Xiaoya said. "You can tell me anything. But before that, I really want to thank the interior designer you found. He's really awesome. He can even control this kind of mix and match style. It's simply amazing. We like it very much. Also, thank you for your generosity." Yang Zhen awkwardly froze for a moment. He was here today to discuss the acquisition of the house. Why was he thanking him? "That. I wanted to say that this villa. Yes, it's not bad. The location is good, and the facilities are complete," Bai Xiaoya said. "I bought a 3-bedroom apartment on the upper floor, but it's not as good as this. 3 bathrooms, a swimming pool, a video room. It's too luxurious, but I like it." "This. What's the use of liking this?" Yang Zhen was a little anxious. "Miss Bai, what I want to say is, don't let people send your furniture inside. Because I need to take back this villa." Bai Xiaoya looked at Yang Zhen in confusion. She didn't understand what he meant. "Wait a minute, Mr. Yang. Did I hear wrongly? What do you want with this villa?" "That's right, you didn't hear wrongly. I said that I want to take back this villa." Yang Zhen said. "I can't sell it at that price." Bai Xiaoya was speechless. Her good mood was ruined, and the smile on her face disappeared. "Mr. Yang, you're a boss. How can you say such funny things? I remember that the property deed for this house is already done, and it's under my brother's name. You want to take it back? This. Ha." The word haha completely represented Bai Xiaoya's attitude towards Yang Zhen. This was too haha. Wasn't he stupid? "Miss Bai, I didn't want to do this. I have an IOU here. You can take a look at it. If you think that you can't make the decision, please tell Mr. Su," Yang Zhen said. "How about this? You can put the things inside first. It won't be too late for you to move them away after I talk to Mr. Su." Bai Xiaoya frowned. If it was in the past, she would have already lost her temper. But now, she wouldn't do that. She was mature. "Mr. Yang, your joke is a little too much." Yang Zhen took out the IOU. "It's written in black and white. Shirley wrote this for me. At that time, I gave this villa to him because of Shirley. But now that there's an accident, I think I should talk to Mr. Su alone. Miss Bai, I'm sorry to disturb you. Please tell Mr. Su that I'll be waiting for him at any time." "What if my brother doesn't go?" Bai Xiaoya couldn't be bothered with him. "I believe that CEO Su is a righteous person. If he doesn't come and talk to me, I will take Shirley to court." Yang Zhen said. "I believe that after you pass on the message to CEO Su, he will make the right choice." "Really? You're so funny." Bai Xiaoya glanced at the IOU. There was a handprint on it. She knew that this villa was bought at a low price through Shirley's connections. So she really had to tell Su Yin about this. "Then you do what you need to do. My brother will contact you." When Bai Xiaoya explained everything over the phone, Su Yin was still in disbelief. How could Shirley write an IOU to Yang Zhen? There was definitely something fishy about this. Su Yin wanted to call Shirley to ask, but he immediately hung up. Shirley had just retired, and Su Yin didn't want to disturb him. Shirley needed time to adapt. In the end, Su Yin decided to meet Yang Zhen, and see what tricks he was up to. Youngjun was already prepared to receive Su Yin at any time. He absolutely believed that Su Yin would come to find him. However, Youngjun was still surprised that Su Yin came so quickly. Under the guidance of Youngjun's secretary, Su Yin quickly arrived at Youngjun's office. Youngjun was very surprised. "Chairman Su, you're so busy every day. Why did you come to find me? You could have just called me. Ha ha ha, come take a seat." He turned around and said to his secretary, "Go and make a cup of coffee for Chairman Su." "No need, Chairman Yang," Su Yin said. "Let's get straight to the point. We're all very busy every day. My sister called me and told me that I'm here to see that IOU." Youngjun laughed. "Since Chairman Su is in such a hurry, that's fine." Youngjun took out the IOU that he always carried with him and handed it to Su Yin. Su Yin took it and smelled the scent of blood. The bloody handprint on it made Su Yin realize that something was wrong. "Did Brother Lei press this?" "Of course." Youngjun said he. "What's going on?" "I'll slowly explain it to CEO Su." "No need." After saying that, Su Yin placed the IOU on the table. "As for what happened, I'll ask Brother Lei about it." "So Chairman Su doesn't believe my words?" Youngjun laughed dryly. "No matter what, this was personally pressed by Shirley. I don't want to make things difficult for him. That's why I wanted to discuss this matter with Chairman Su." Su Yin gave a faint smile and didn't say anything. Youngjun continued, "I know that if Chairman Su wants to take away this IOU, you can do so in a matter of minutes. However, there are surveillance cameras in my office. Moreover, I believe that Chairman Su isn't the type to make trouble without reason." Su Yin wanted to say that if he wants to take away this IOU, then whatever you have will be meaningless. However, he was too lazy to talk nonsense with Youngjun. When he saw the IOU, he knew that Shirley was in trouble. However, given Shirley's character, he would never tell him about this matter. "Chairman Yang, I'll leave you to it. I believe that we will be able to resolve this matter happily," Su Yin said. "But before that, I think I need to make things clear." Youngjun didn't know why, but when he looked at Su Yin's smiling face, he felt inexplicably flustered and fearful. The hidden meaning behind that smile made him feel uneasy. However, since things had come to this point, he had to grit his teeth and persevere. Otherwise, he would be the one to suffer. "Then I'll wait for your good news." Youngjun tried to make himself look less miserable. Su Yin didn't say anything else. He stood up and left. Youngjun also stood up to send him off. However, from the beginning to the end, Su Yin didn't reply to Youngjun's courteous words. He treated Youngjun like air. The more Su Yin acted like this, the more empty Youngjun felt. But then again, this matter was caused by Qi Xiaobei. Even if there was trouble, it wouldn't fall on Youngjun's head. Youngjun naively thought so. Chapter 1707. Su Yin knew that Shirley was a person who cared about his reputation, so he did not contact Shirley directly. He found a way to contact Zhang Chang, and found out what had happened. Qi Xiaobei's men had beaten Shirley seriously and extorted so much money from him. It would not be a problem for him to be sentenced to 10 years in prison. However, there was no way to obtain evidence for this kind of thing. Based on their one-sided statements, there was no way to file a case. Everyone knew what Shirley used to do. Everyone also knew that Zhang Chang and his brothers were people who worked for Shirley. Other than Su Yin, no one would believe what they said. That was why Qi Xiaobei dared to take the risk. He was not worried that the police could do anything to him unless Shirley came back. However, Shirley would not come back because of this matter and lose his reputation. Those who came back after washing their hands in a gold basin all died tragically on the streets. Qi Xiaobei's little abacus was very clear. He knew exactly what he was going to do. Anyway, he was the one who benefited now. As long as he could get some profits, nothing else mattered. He didn't care about all these messy things. After he slowly took over Shirley's territories, everything on the Guqin Island would belong to him. When Su Yin came to the hospital, Shirley was unwilling to look into Su Yin's eyes. He had thought about this when he decided to wash his hands in a gold basin. However, It came a little too fast, so he still had a knot in his heart. It was like a person who was used to being the director or minister of some bureau or department suddenly announced his retirement and had no power. That kind of feeling of emptiness was definitely not something that people who had never been in such a position could imagine. This kind of mental adjustment required a long period of time, and people in this period were sensitive. Shirley was sensitive now. He did not want the people who supported him the most to see him like this when he made the decision to wash his hands in a gold basin. It was not just a matter of losing face, there were other things. Brother Lei, what is going to happen can't be avoided. Suyin did not overly comfort Shirley, because he knew that Shirley was a man. He did not need those words to encourage him. Since it has happened, you have to face it. Maybe this is what you expected, so you really don't need to be sad. You persevered. You're a good man. Your brother is proud of you. Shirley smiled bitterly and said honestly, I really don't want you to see me in such a sorry state. Really. I don't want you to know. You're not afraid of letting me know, but you're afraid that if I see you like this, I'll feel regret and guilt. Suyin. Actually, that's not the case. I don't owe you anything. I still think that you made the right decision. Since you want to get something that you deserve, you have to pay a price. You've gotten what you wanted, you've quit. You're no longer obstructing your path to the right path because of those obstacles. These little bumps are inevitable. With your words, I feel much better. Shirley said, I'll get through everything. I'm fine. This little injury can't do anything to me. Yes, I believe you'll be fine. Suyin. I also have to thank Yangzhen. If he hadn't brought that IOU to me, I wouldn't have known that something had happened to you. Brother Lei, if you trust me, you have to tell me immediately when something like this happens. The longer it drags on, the harder it will be to deal with it. Shirley was stunned. Of course, he knew that Qi Xiaobei had forced him to sign the IOU. You told Yangzhen to ask me to deal with it. This has nothing to do with you. He voluntarily sold that house to you. Your business is my business, Suyin said faintly. No matter what, Qi Xiaobei caused you trouble because of Yangzhen. Brother, there's really no way to deal with this matter properly. Shirley said. The time has passed. There's no way to deal with it. You know, I've quit. I won't use the rules of the underworld to solve this problem. Suyin didn't say anything. Shirley said bitterly, I know. I should call the police immediately. But with my identity, even if I call the police, I'm afraid there's no favorable evidence to help me. Director Chen is a particular person. I don't want to add these messy troubles to him. These years, Qingdao has been stable, but it's also chaotic. Director Chen needs to worry more if he wants to completely rectify the situation. I don't want to add to his troubles. Really? It's too late to call the police. Suyin said faintly. It's not easy to get evidence for this kind of thing. It's even more impossible to get evidence now. But I have my own way of doing things. I'm not a thug, but it doesn't mean that I won't use violence against violence. Shirley was stunned. Isn't that my way of doing things? But I quit. I don't want you to do that because of me. Suyin said disapprovingly. I've never been bound by rules. No one can stop me from doing whatever I want. Qi Xiaobei will ask someone to send the money to you before nightfall. Shirley looked at Suyin in surprise. Brother, you don't have to. You're a member of the upper class for this kind of thing. So what? I just want Qi Xiaobei to know what kind of person he really is. The moment Suyin saw Shirley, the fire in his heart was already burning. It was not only because of Shirley's righteousness, but also because Shirley's actions had helped Qinwei a lot. Suyin, who had always done things his own way, did not care about these messy shackles. No one could stop him from doing what he wanted to do. Now, he just wanted Qi Xiaobei to kneel in front of Shirley's bed and kowtow to him. Brother, you don't have to do this for me. It's not just that. It's also for me. Suyin smiled and deliberately made the atmosphere more relaxed. I still need him to help me get the IOU from Yangzhen. I don't want to return the villa that has already been renovated. Besides, my sister has already bought the furniture. Those things have no quality problems. I can't just return them. If the house is gone, where can I put them? Shirley smiled faintly. He could hear that Su Yin was trying to make him feel better. I'm really doing this for myself. Brother Lei, don't think too much, Su Yin smiled and said. You should rest well. It's best to rest for your injuries. I'll ask Pigeon to send you some medicine to help you recover later. He'll tell you how to use it. Shirley knew that Su Yin would definitely give him some priceless medicine. He quickly said, I'm not going to die. I'm fine anyway. I'll be fine after resting for a while. Don't throw those treasures to me. It's too wasteful. Haha, I'm just afraid that if I don't use them, they will expire. Brother Lei, please help me use them. Don't waste them. Su Yin's joke did make Shirley feel better. After leaving the hospital, Su Yin immediately called Lin Gu and asked him to send the medicine that Shirley used. He then went to look for Qi Xiaobei alone. Su Yin learned from Zhang Chang that Qi Xiaobei loved to play billiards. Although billiards was not a high-end activity these days, if he liked it, he would spend most of his time playing billiards. In Qi Xiaobei's words, if he didn't mingle in society anymore, he would participate in some billiards tournament. Maybe he could even beat Fatty Ding. At that time, he would be the pride of the country. Qi Xiaobei could easily break 100 points in a single shot when playing with ordinary people. That was why he had the confidence to say such big words. At this moment, Qi Xiaobei, who was in a very good mood, was killing a lot of people in front of a pool table in a private warehouse. Usually there would be some shady business in this warehouse at night. During the day there would be people playing cards, mahjong and dodiju. Then, people would take turns to play billiards with Qi Xiaobei to make him happy. In the past few days, Qi Xiaobei had earned a lot of money. Hence, he was having a lot of fun here. Every afternoon, he would stay here for a few hours and use his extraordinary skills to torture his underlings. Then, he would give himself the title of the Chinese version of O'Sullivan. Just when Qi Xiaobei used 103 points to expose one of his underlings, Su Yin, an uninvited guest, suddenly broke into this secluded warehouse. Chapter 1708. Su Yin parked the car at the entrance of the warehouse. The Kian Brembos brakes were indeed sharp. The sharp screeching sound caused the tires to leave 2 thick tire marks on the ground. The sharp screeching sound caused the people in the warehouse to stop what they were doing and focus their attention on the entrance. This high-profile arrival had already announced that the visitor was not friendly. Therefore, Qi Xiaobei's brothers slowly put down the things in their hands and walked towards their boss. Qi Xiaobei also threw the cue stick in his hand on the table. He wanted to see who the uninvited guest was. The moment Su Yin opened the door and got off the car, Qi Xiaobei, who had always been self-righteous and fearless, felt a chill in his heart unconsciously. It was hard for Qi Xiaobei to get used to this feeling. He had not felt this way for a long time. He was really pissed off. He was as pissed off as he could get. Are you blind? What kind of place is this? Do you know that you are blocking the entrance? Do you believe that I won't smash this place? The people that Qi Xiaobei trained all had the same personality as him. They were not afraid of anything as long as they had never suffered a loss. Their faces were full of confidence and superiority. As he spoke, he picked up a billiard cue and went forward to greet them. Su Yin did not come here to negotiate. He came here to fight. Even if no one provoked him, Su Yin would not let them off easily. Now that there was someone who could make him angry, Su Yin was quite satisfied. If he did not teach people a lesson with anger, it would be meaningless. Seeing that the young man was walking towards him, Su Yin suddenly took the initiative to attack. He did not give the other party any time to react and punched him in the face. The iron fist hit the middle of his face. They could even hear the sound of his nose bones exploding clearly. His head was no longer a human head. It was more like a shot put that had been thrown out. He fell to the ground with a thud. Other than his trembling body and coughing nose and mouth that were bleeding, there was nothing else that could prove that he was still alive. After Su Yin's ferocious punch, the 20 people in Qi Xiaobei's warehouse fell silent. All eyes were focused on the brother whose face had been smashed flat. Some were frightened. Some were secretly glad that it wasn't them, but none of them dared to make a sound. Even the usually arrogant Qi Xiaobei did not dare to make a sound. Who else would dare to stand up and shout for him? It was a pity that Su Yin had no intention of stopping today. Therefore, even if this group of bastards tried to escape, they would not be able to escape this calamity. Su Yun pinched and hooked his foot, and the billiard cue that had just fallen to the ground was thrown into his hands. Following that, Su Yun swung his cue stick straight at the guy closest to him. Before the kid realized what had happened, his cheek and the thick end of the golf club came into close contact. His deformed face and the broken golf club blossomed into a horrifying flower of blood. The teeth in this mouthful of blood were like the buds of a fresh red flower. That was not the scariest thing. The scariest thing was Su Yun's kick. The kick landed on the kid's lower abdomen, and his entire body was sent flying. His speed was comparable to the speed of the national football team's forward. Once again, he fell to the ground with a muffled groan. Panic instantly filled the entire warehouse. Everyone present had completely lost their happy mood. All of them moved closer to Qi Xiaobei. At this moment, they needed their boss's command to give them courage. Unfortunately, Qi Xiaobei could not muster up the courage that he usually had. In the end, he opened his mouth and said, "Boss Su, what are you trying to do? It's not our first time meeting each other. What's the matter? Why don't we sit down and have a good talk?" Su Yun's lips curled up. Qi Xiaobei was even more agitated when he saw the smile on Su Yun's face. "Talk your ass." After a simple greeting, Su Yun continued to move closer to Qi Xiaobei. As the saying goes, a cornered dog will jump over the wall. A cornered rabbit will bite. Qi Xiaobei had no choice but to fight back when he was forced into a corner. He shouted, "Everyone attack." Although he was frightened, he still had 20 brothers who could fight with him. No matter what, he should at least try his best. Otherwise, he could only wait to be killed. Qi Xiaobei swore that this was the first time in his life that he was frightened by a single person. Su Yun didn't even need to use his oppressive aura to deal with this group of bastards. Just the domineering aura that came from his body when he was angry was enough to make these bastards tremble in fear. Their boss's command was usually very effective. However, today everyone was hesitating. 2 living examples were placed in front of them. Whoever went up first would definitely become the sacrificial lamb. Unfortunately, Su Yun did not give them the chance to think. He had already moved forward. Those who were facing Su Yun head-on had nowhere to hide. The moment Su Yun's knife-like hand chopped down on his face, it even made him feel as if his entire head had been cut open. His strength was too terrifying. It was not something that an ordinary person could withstand. Once Su Yun's berserk mode was activated, it was very difficult to suppress him. His punches were deadly. How could these people who could only show off in front of honest people be able to withstand his attacks? Su Yun's attacks were steady, accurate, and ruthless. Every attack was aimed at their vital points. He would never waste his chance to attack. Normally, there was a saying that one should not expose a person's shortcomings when scolding them, and one should not hit their face when beating them up. However, this time, Su Yun was going to hit their faces. Every single one of them was either bleeding from their broken nose, or half of their face was swollen like a bun. They did not look human at all. Qi Xiaobei gulped a few times. At that moment, he did not know how to calm down the angry god of death in front of him. Run. He was afraid that he could only do this now. A wise man knows better than to fight when the odds are against him. Qi Xiaobei decided to run away while his brothers were still alive. He had to leave this god-forsaken place first. Then he would think of a way to deal with this problem. He clearly knew what he had done wrong, but he did not expect that Su Yun, such a great killing god, would appear to mess things up. Unfortunately, it was impossible for Su Yun to give him the chance to leave this warehouse. This was a good place to deal with scum. Qi Xiaobei ran in the opposite direction of where Su Yun was. However, after a few steps, his head hit a wall. He staggered and raised his head, only to see that Su Yun, who had been on the other side a moment ago, had already blocked his path. As for the brothers who had not been knocked down just now, they were already lying on the ground with their hands on their heads, half dead. In the short span of 2 minutes, the scene had undergone an earth-shattering change. This was not a human. On average, one person would be knocked out every 5 seconds. Moreover, they would be crippled the moment they fell to the ground. Chief Su, let's talk nicely. Don't do anything rash. Qi Xiaobei said as he retreated. He tripped on the people lying on the ground, and almost fell to the ground. Su Yin rubbed his fists and stretched his neck. Why didn't you talk nicely with Brother Lei? This is different. It's really different. Chief Su, Brother Lei ran away too quickly. I had no other choice. That's why I did something so despicable. Qi Xiaobei quickly explained. I had no other choice. It's Yang Zhen who raised him. He asked me to do it. Yang Zhen is your father? Su Yin spat on the ground. If he asked you to eat shit, would you eat it? Qi Xiaobei, do you know why I look down on you? It's because you lack something. That thing is called guts. If you don't dare to admit what you did, then you have no guts. Qi Xiaobei did not have guts. He would admit that he lacked a father even if he was asked to. He was usually arrogant because he had never met a real monster. When he did not have anyone by his side, he was a coward. A complete and utter coward. I really didn't want to do it. It's Yang Zhen who asked me to do it. Qi Xiaobei still tried to explain. How much money did Yang Zhen give you? Why are you so obedient to him? Su Yin pressed on. Qi Xiaobei understood what Su Yin meant. Chief Su, I will return the money to Brother Lei immediately. Let's end this here, okay? Don't hurt our relationship. Brother Lei has already retired. You don't want to affect him because of this, right? Su Yin lifted Qi Xiaobei up. How can I affect him? I am me and he is him. He quit when he said he would. What happened today has nothing to do with Shirley. It's a personal grudge between you and me. Let me settle it with you slowly. Chapter 1709. Su Yin struck Qi Xiaobei's lower abdomen. He did not give Qi Xiaobei a chance to explain himself. Qi Xiaobei could not scream even if he wanted to. His organs were in so much pain that it was hard for him to open his mouth. He did not blame his men for being useless. It was not because they were useless. It was because the opponent they were facing was too terrifying. What kind of player was he? He was not from the same world as them. How could they fight against him? Qi Xiaobei had expected all kinds of people to enter the underground world. However, he did not expect that there would be an underground world expert. This was something that he could not figure out even if he used all his brain cells to think about it. Why would such a person stand up for Shirley? How could Shirley have such good luck? Let's talk. Qi Xiaobei held his stomach as he retreated. That punch almost knocked him out. He did not know if he would be able to hold on if Qin Xiaobei followed up with another punch. Finally, Qi Xiaobei could not retreat anymore. His escape route was blocked by his own billiard table. He suddenly realized that he did not love billiard anymore. I heard that you have been practicing martial arts for a while. Moreover, you have a wide range of skills. Your body is not bad in all aspects. Su Yin said. What do you think? Sanda, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, or kickboxing? You can choose any one of them. Boss Su, I can't compare myself to you. Compared to you, I'm an amateur. I'm definitely an amateur. Qi Xiaobei stuck close to the billiard table. If Su Yin wanted to attack him, he would jump over the table and run away. If he ran away, he would still have a chance to live. If he did not run away, he would definitely be beaten up badly. Su Yin smiled faintly. It's just a hobby. Let's practice. Let's make a bet. We'll decide the winner in one round. The winner will state the conditions. No. Boss Su, I have no chance of winning. Haha. If you are interested, why don't we start a game of snooker? Qi Xiaobei replied. I don't dare to ask for anything even if I win. I just hope that you can give me a chance to turn over a new leaf. That's not too much to ask for, right? Su Yin nodded. Not bad. You still dare to raise conditions with me at a time like this? Qi Xiaobei was annoyed. It seemed like Su Yin was not satisfied with what he said. But Su Yin said, well, if you think you play snooker better, then let's play snooker. Whoever loses will swallow a ball. How about it? Qi Xiaobei was still very confident about this billiard ball. As the saying goes, the skilled are bold. He really agreed to Su Yin's request. However, he did not dare to let Su Yin place a bet. Yes. Whatever you say. If I lose, I will swallow a ball. Mr. Su, if you lose, you. What about me? Su Yin smiled. I will swallow a ball too. No, no, no. How can I do that? If you lose, please do me the honor. I'll treat you to a meal and apologize to you properly. Give me a chance to explain this matter, okay? Qi Xiaobei did not dare to challenge Su Yin anymore. He was completely afraid of this matter. He was terrified. Su Yin nodded. I'm afraid that you won't have the chance. You can start. Qi Xiaobei was still confident. He did not believe that Su Yin could be so good. Everyone who played snooker knew that 147 points in a single shot was the full score. This was something that only masters could do. Qi Xiaobei had played snooker before, and it was more than once. Moreover, it was normal for him to break 100 points in a single shot. He was definitely a master among masters. Some people said that 73 points in a single shot was enough to win the game. In fact, it was not the case. Even if you played one red ball and one yellow ball, you could still win the game if you finished all the red balls on the table and got 45 points. Su Yin wanted to let Qi Xiaobei know what it meant to play to death without paying with your life. Su Yin's touch kick did not knock away all the red balls. Qi Xiaobei also followed up with a defensive shot. Although the red balls were scattered a little, he did not give Su Yin a chance to hit the red balls. However, he did not expect that Su Yin's reaction was too fast. He suddenly hit a red ball in the middle pocket. Moreover, the white ball's precise positioning dazzled him. He was amazed. He bypassed a group of red balls and walked to the low-scoring area. Luckily, it's the low-scoring area. Qi Xiaobei let out a sigh of relief. It seemed that Su Yin's luck was not bad. The white ball's positioning was also good. He did not hit any of the red balls on the table. It was pure luck. If he was good at positioning, he would definitely leave the white ball in the high-scoring area. Su Yin shot again. Bang! The two-pointer went into the bottom pocket. Since there was no referee, Qi Xiaobei temporarily acted as the referee. He put on a pair of gloves and put the two-pointer back in its original position. When he was about to take off his gloves, Su Yin said to him, "Put them on. Just wait at the bottom pocket." Although Qi Xiaobei did not understand what Su Yin meant, he could only stand there obediently and wait. Soon, Su Yin hit another red ball. The white ball accurately stopped in the low-scoring area. Su Yin still did not give a high score. He only gave a two-pointer to the low-scoring area. Qi Xiaobei was shocked. Could it be that he did it on purpose? Of course, Su Yin did it on purpose. He was not accurate enough. He could not even hold the rod properly. However, he was able to send out his qi when he was playing the ball. This qi allowed the ball that had deviated from its path to be sent to the bottom pocket according to his intention. Of course, this was definitely cheating. But who would be able to see it? Qi Xiaobei did not use any external help. The more Qi Xiaobei looked at it, the more surprised he was. Some of the balls were obviously off course, but they were still able to hit the target. Could it be that the table was possessed by a ghost? If Qi Xiaobei did not spend a lot of money to make this table in England, he would definitely suspect that there was something wrong with it. How could the balls that were impossible to hit the target roll into the pocket by themselves? This was too crazy. This was really too crazy. Just like that, Su Yin scored 1 ball, 2 balls, all the way until all 15 red balls were in the pocket. This time, Qi Xiaobei was really dumbfounded. How was he supposed to continue playing? Don't look at how Su Yin's points weren't high. They were all accumulated points of 1 or 2 points. But the total number of high point balls on the table didn't add up to those points. Aya. When Su Yin saw that all the red balls were gone, he asked seriously, "Do you think I can hit this black ball in the pocket?" Qi Xiaobei could not even smile anymore. Was there even a need to say it out loud? Of course you can hit it. As long as you want to hit it, there is nothing that you cannot hit. Yes. Yes. Qi Xiaobei laughed dryly. Boss Su, I did not expect your skills to be so good. Was he trying to swallow the ball? Even an elephant would not be able to swallow it. Even if his mouth was big enough to swallow it, he would not be able to digest it. If he really pooped it out, he would end up with an anal fissure. Watch the ball carefully. Su Yin aimed at the white ball and suddenly hit it. Asterisk puff. Asterisk the wooden cue that Su Yin had infused with a large amount of earth qi directly penetrated the white ball. Qi Xiaobei's eyes almost popped out of their sockets. God, please save me. I don't want to live anymore. Come, eat it. Su Yun used the cue stick to lift the white ball to Qi Xiaobei's mouth. If you don't eat this ball today, then eat this cue stick. Choose one. Qi Xiaobei's legs went soft. He was about to kneel down. Boss Su, please give me a chance to live. Su Yun raised his leg and stomped on Qi Xiaobei's stomach. Qi Xiaobei was pushed onto the table. Qi Xiaobei cried out in pain. His expression was filled with sorrow. Why don't you give others a chance to live when you treat them normally? Su Yun said. Brother Lei, what kind of explanation do you want to give me? I'll tell you this first. You better give me a satisfactory answer. Or else, Qi Xiaobei quickly replied. No matter what you say, I will do it. I will not hesitate. Chapter 17:10. Su Yun picked up the broken billiard ball and placed it next to Qi Xiaobei's mouth. Do you still need me to tell you what to do? What's the use of your brain? Mr. Su, I only have a primary school diploma. My brain is really not that good. I can't think fast enough. I can't keep up with your pace. Qi Xiaobei's backbone was already gone. That day, when Shirley retired, he did not dare to admit that he was Qi Xiaobei in front of Chen Wei. Su Yun had already determined that he was a coward. Now, everything that happened proved that Su Yun was right. A coward would always be a coward. When he was glorious, it was because he had a shell to protect him. When the protective shell was broken, the nature of a coward would be exposed. A coward would always be a coward. He would never be able to show off in front of a tough guy. Fine. Primary school education, right? Then, I will treat you the same way that you treated Brother Lei. Su Yun said. Left calf fracture, right scapula fracture, left rib fracture, right rib fracture, nose broken, eardrum slightly damaged, and mild brain concussion. These were all done by you. It's not too much to ask you to pay them back, right? These were the diagnoses that Su Yun saw in the hospital. They were all injuries that Shirley suffered. If Qi Xiaobei were to check them out himself, it would be enough to make him tremble in fear. Fortunately, Qi Xiaobei reacted quickly. He quickly said, I will refund Brother Lei's money. I will pay for Brother Lei's medical expenses. I will apologize to Brother Lei. If Brother Lei is willing to forgive me, please be magnanimous and give me a chance to live. If Brother Lei wants to scold me, I will listen to him and let him hit me. This bastard was really cunning. How painful would it be to let Shirley hit him? Not to mention that Shirley was already hospitalized. Even if Shirley was a healthy person, he would at most give him a bloody nose and a swollen face. It would not be enough to take his life. If Su Yun really wanted to make a move against him, he reckoned that he could really take his life in one move. Then, Su Yun continued. And then, Qi Xiaobei was stunned. Just as he was about to say that there was nothing after that, Su Yun's gaze made him swallow his words. He didn't dare to say that. If Su Yun said there would be a then there would definitely be a then. But then what? Qi Xiaobei wanted to cry. Why did you ask me? I don't know anything about it. Do you remember that you used your primary school diploma finger to write an IOU? Su Yun said. But you were the one who wrote the IOU. Why did you put Brother Lei's fingerprint on it? Do you think this is legal? Was it reasonable? Is it reasonable? Qi Xiaobei explained with a bitter face. It's my fault. I shouldn't have done that. It's illegal. It's unreasonable. But I really had no choice at that time. CEO Su, I had no other choice. What a good no other choice. Su Yun smiled and took out a note from his pocket. This is an IOU that you owe me 14 million yuan. I wrote it. You can put your fingerprint on it. Ah. Qi Xiaobei's eyes almost popped out. So Suyu, are you kidding me? The 14 million yuan belongs to Yangzhen. It has nothing to do with me. But you have no other choice now, Su Yun said. 14 million yuan to buy your life. Do you think it's expensive? As Su Yun spoke, he took the white ball that was pierced by the cue stick and crushed it in front of Qi Xiaobei. Qi Xiaobei swallowed a mouthful of saliva. Although it was expensive to buy his life with 14 million yuan, it was still worth it. I'll sign it. I'll sign it. Qi Xiaobei did not hesitate anymore. He signed the IOU of 14 million yuan directly. Boss Su, I beg you to give me some time. After I return the money to Brother Lei, it will take a while. I might not be able to gather so much money. Can you give me a few days? I don't have the patience for this, Su Yin said. But I can show you a way out. If you are willing, it will be good for both of us. You don't have to be troubled by this, and I don't have to be the bad guy. Qi Xiaobei's eyes brightened up. As long as there were conditions that could be negotiated, he would be out of danger temporarily. At least Su Yin would not kill him now. Xiao Su, tell me. No matter if it's a mountain of swords or a sea of fire. I will do it even if I have to risk my life. Qi Xiaobei said. I know that you are a magnanimous person. You will not be calculative with me. Thank you, Xiao Su. Thank you, Xiao Su. Go and get the IOU that you gave to Yangzhen. Change it with me. Su Yin said faintly. He is a businessman after all. I can't use the same method to deal with him. He will not be convinced if I do that. So, whoever started the trouble should end it. You are the one who started it. So, you have to settle it. Qi Xiaobei found it hard to accept, but this was not something that he could refuse. He had to go back on his words. If he offended Yangzhen, he would not contact him in the future. He would not earn money from Yangzhen. However, if he offended Su Yin, it would not be so simple. Qi Xiaobei quickly made up his mind and agreed. I will definitely bring the IOU to you. I will go now. The time is up to you, Su Yin said. However, if I don't receive a call from Brother Lei saying that he wants to forgive you within 2 hours, I will still make you suffer. Ah, only 2 hours. Qi Xiaobei panicked when he heard this. Su Yin ignored him and turned around to leave. Don't count on your brothers. If you want them to wake up earlier, then hurry up and call the emergency center. Maybe they can still be saved. As for you, 2 hours should be enough. Su Yin drove away after saying this. Qi Xiaobei's brain could not accept so many things that happened in the blink of an eye. However, the most important thing for him now was to get Shirley's forgiveness. Without Shirley's forgiveness, everything was meaningless. Qi Xiaobei looked at his watch and rushed out of the warehouse without saying anything. On the way, he kicked the back of one of his men. When he heard the man screaming in pain, Qi Xiaobei said to him, Call the emergency center and ask the emergency center to bring you to the hospital. You should know what to say when you reach the hospital. Ouch! Qi Xiaobei's response was a painful moan. He did not know what happened after that. All his thoughts were on Shirley, and now he wanted Shirley to forgive him. On the way to the hospital, Qi Xiaobei bought all kinds of tonics. He carried all kinds of tonics like he was moving house and appeared in Shirley's ward like a hothead. The pain in his lower abdomen was still tormenting him, causing him to be unable to straighten his back. Shirley did not react when he saw Qi Xiaobei. However, Zhang Chang, who was accompanying him in the ward, immediately stood up and blocked Qi Xiaobei's path. He was going all out today. Although a real man knew when to yield and when to stand tall, he would not tolerate it anymore. If Qi Xiaobei dared to bully him today, Zhang Chang would die together with him. He wanted to see what other tricks he had up his sleeves. It's a misunderstanding. It's a misunderstanding. Brother Chang, I came here today to visit Brother Lei. Qi Xiaobei explained to Zhang Chang. I don't mean any harm. Look, these are all health supplements that nourish the muscles and bones. I brought them for Brother Lei. How could Zhang Chang believe him? The muscles on his face twitched. Qi Xiaobei, you are just like a weasel paying a visit to a chicken. You are up to no good. Let me tell you now. If you dare to do anything to Brother Lei, I will fight you to the death. Even if I die a horrible death, I will not let you live a good life. Don't be angry. I believe you. I definitely believe you, Qi Xiaobei said. But I have already said that I am here to apologize. I am here to visit Brother Lei. Can you give me a chance? No matter what, I'm here with sincerity. Chapter 1711. Shirley was now lying on the hospital bed in such a miserable state. It was all thanks to Qi Xiaobei. Now that he said that he was here to repent sincerely, who would believe him? Zhang Chang did not believe him. He only believed in what he saw with his own eyes. He did not believe in Qi Xiaobei's lies. Big brother Chang, why don't we do this? If you're unhappy when you see me, you can punch me or stomp me. As long as you feel that you can vent your anger, you can do whatever you want to me. Don't hold back. Qi Xiaobei said. No matter what you do to me, I will not leave. I am sincere now, right? Zhang Chang clenched his fists tightly. With Zhang Chang's temper, he did not like to be provoked. He could have easily punched Qi Xiaobei's face. However, he did not do it. He had learned to think and be calm. How could he do such an irrational thing when he had decided to turn from evil to good? Forget it. Shirley stopped Zhang Chang and said, Let bygones be bygones. Let bygones be bygones. Qi Xiaobei, I don't owe you anything. I know the rules of the underworld. You were asked to do this. I have done this before. If Yang Zhen did not ask you to do this, you would not have this kind of conflict with me. Qi Xiaobei was moved. He was moved to tears. Other than being moved, he felt lucky. Brother Lei, you are really magnanimous. Arrange for someone to transfer the money to you. My hands are in the wrong. I shouldn't have done this. I'll pay you back with interest. I will pay you the interest of a loan shark. Also, I'll pay for your medical expenses. If you still can't get over it, then slap me twice, okay? Did this brat take the wrong medicine? Shirley was really puzzled. He knew very well that Su Yin must have been involved in this matter. However, what kind of method did Su Yin use to make Qi Xiaobei so obediently admit his mistake? Moreover, this sincere attitude really made people dumbfounded. Qi Xiaobei, if you really want to apologize, then kneel down and kowtow to Brother Lei. Zhang Chang suddenly opened his mouth and threw out such a question. You saw the injury on Brother Lei's body clearly. You also know what you said that day. Everyone knows how to talk. Show me some action. Qi Xiaobei gritted his teeth. This man has gold under his knees. This damn Zhang Chang really knows how to make things difficult for me. Brother Lei, tell me, as long as you're willing to forgive me, I'll do whatever you want me to do. In the end, Qi Xiaobei endured it and said, I don't mind kneeling down in front of you. I just want to beg you for one thing. Can you give Mr. Su a call and tell him that I'm sincerely apologizing? Tell him that you have forgiven me. Shirley laughed coldly. He knew that Qi Xiaobei should not have fallen into such a state. It seemed that Su Yin had really made him suffer a lot. He did not even dare to think about resisting. Hearing Shirley's sneer, Qi Xiaobei's heart instantly lost confidence. He was a little scared. After swallowing a mouthful of saliva, Qi Xiaobei gritted his teeth. It didn't matter if he had gold or not. He had to endure this matter. If Shirley didn't make this call, who knew what kind of things Su Yin would do to him later? Flop. Qi Xiaobei knelt down in front of the bed. He was almost crying. Brother Lei, I beg you. Since we're both from Qingdao, please give me a chance. I promise that no matter what happens in the future, I, Qi Xiaobei, will be the first to stand up for you if anyone dares to provoke you. Alright, stop talking nonsense. Shirley waved his hand impatiently. I'll remind you one more time. I've already washed my hands and quit. I don't want anyone to disturb my life. No matter what happens to me, I don't need you to interfere. We're not on the same path anymore. Qi Xiaobei was in a daze. Who cares if you're on the same path or not? All he wanted was a phone call. He just needed to let Su Yin know. Brother Lei, I know that you're a magnanimous person. I know that you're a magnanimous person. I know that you're a magnanimous person. I swear that I'll never disturb your life again. Whoever disturbs your life again is a *king dog. Qi Xiaobei was telling the truth. He would never provoke Shirley again. Everyone knew who Qi Xiaobei was afraid of. Zhang Chang looked at the coward in front of him with disdain. Qi Xiaobei, you call yourself the leader of the little brothers in Qin Island. That's an insult to all the little brothers in Qin Island. There are a lot of people who are braver than you. How can they let you be the leader? Yes. I don't have the guts. Qi Xiaobei had completely thrown his pride aside. He did whatever he wanted. He only wanted Shirley to call him as soon as possible. Brother Lei, I know that you're annoyed when you see me. I don't want to bother you. As long as you call, I, Qi Xiaobei, will disappear in front of you forever. I'll never appear in front of you again. Is that okay? Shirley finally picked up the phone. Before he dialed Su Yun's number, he looked at Qi Xiaobei again. In the end, he still dialed Su Yun's number. When the call was connected, Shirley said emotionally, "Brother Su Yun, thank you. Yo, that guy left so quickly." Su Yun laughed. "So do you forgive him or not? If you forgive him, then let him go quickly. I still want him to find Yang Zhen to exchange something for me." Shirley didn't know whether to laugh or cry as he shook his head. "Brother, you're really amazing. You managed to settle everything just by finding a base point. Take care of yourself. I'll take care of the rest." Su Yun said. "Oh right, Brother Lei, there's one more thing. You have to recover quickly. My film studio really needs a good group leader who can control these extras and make them follow the rules and discipline. The group leaders these days are not serious at all." "Okay." Shirley nodded vigorously. His re-employment problem was solved when he was on the hospital bed. Aha! After hanging up Su Yun's call, Shirley waved his hand at Qi Xiaobei. "Qi Xiaobei, do what you're supposed to do. I don't want to see you anymore. Don't meddle in my business. We don't interfere in each other's business. As for Su Yun, if you don't do anything wrong, he won't trouble you." Qi Xiaobei had touched the bottom line. Even if Su Yun didn't trouble him, Chen Wei would destroy him sooner or later. If this guy wasn't so aggressive, Shirley might have given him a kind advice. But now, Shirley couldn't be bothered to care about him. Life and death were decided by fate. How long Qi Xiaobei could last would depend on his own luck. Shirley was sure of one thing. Qi Xiaobei's good days were coming to an end. "Thank you, Brother Lei." Qi Xiaobei was relieved when he heard that. "I'll leave now." "You can't leave now." Zhang Chang stopped Qi Xiaobei. "When are you going to give Brother Lei the money?" "Follow me to transfer the money now." "Brother Lei's money?" "Interest. Medical fees. Your compensation for losing your work." Qi Xiaobei quickly said. "I'll definitely pay you back. Brother Chang, I'll ask my brothers to visit your octopus ball shop more in the future. I heard that the taste is amazing. I must try it." Zhang Chang knew that Qi Xiaobei was trying to get close to him. Qi Xiaobei was not afraid of him or Shirley. He was afraid of Su Yun. He was the one who could make him fall into a miserable world with just a flick of his finger. I don't welcome you and your brothers." Zhang Chang did not give Qi Xiaobei any face. "I'm doing my own business. I don't want people like you to disturb me. Even if you're here to buy food, I'm not willing to cook for you." Qi Xiaobei was still forcing a smile on his face. However, he was filled with hatred in his heart. "Zhang Chang, who do you think you are? Now you dare to show off in front of me? This is really a case of a man ascending to the heavens." "Brother Lei, I'll go to the bank with him," Zhang Chang said. "Can you do it alone? Do you want me to give them a call and see if they have time to accompany you?" "It's okay." Shirley refused. "It's not like the hospital doesn't have nurses. I also want to sleep alone for a while. You can go." Chapter 17:12. Yang Zhen was in a good mood today. He did not do anything but wait for Su Yun to contact him and return the villa to him. Shirley was loyal to Su Yun. How could Su Yun not be loyal to Shirley? Yang Zhen admired Shirley's wit. Although Qi Xiaobei had extorted a few million from him and left him with an IOU, he would not be able to get the villa without Qi Xiaobei's cunning idea. No matter what, Shirley's fingerprints were on the IOU. If Su Yun did not want Shirley to be in trouble, the only way was to hand over the villa. Yang Zhen thought about it for a long time, but he still couldn't think of a second method for Su Yun. Fortunately, Su Yun was much more quick-witted than him, and had long thought of a better solution for himself. After a day of work, Yang Zhenhui was ready to leave the company in a good mood. As soon as he opened the office door, he bumped into Qi Xiaobei. This made Yang Zhenhui very surprised. Qi Xiaobei, this bastard, still had the nerve to meet him? The person who sent the IOU that day was only one of his men. Could it be that he found his conscience today? Why did he come to explain to me personally? No matter what, this guy had already gotten 6 million while I was still empty-handed. To a certain extent, Yang Zhen was the employer while Qi Xiaobei was the one who got paid. Yang Zhen naturally felt a little superior. It was human nature. I was wondering who it was. So it's brother Xiaobei. It's already so late. You must have something important to talk to me about. Qi Xiaobei smiled and did not say anything. He glanced at the office as if to say, "Aren't you going to invite me in?" Yang Zhen did not want to invite him in. Because he was in a good mood today, he had invited his goddaughter to eat a French meal. They were going to find a romantic place to play until dawn. Qi Xiaobei's sudden appearance made Yang Zhen feel that it was a spoilsport and affected his mood. However, Qi Xiaobei did not want to leave as soon as possible. Yang Zhen had to invite him. "Please, brother Xiaobei, come in and have a cup of tea. Let's talk about it slowly." Qi Xiaobei then followed Yang Zhen into the office. "There's no need for tea. Director Yang, I didn't come here today for no reason. I didn't expect to disturb you and want to go out. I'm really sorry." No. It's nothing serious. It's my honor to have bro Xiaobei here." "Ah." Yang Zhen laughed hypocritically. "Then, is there anything important that you want to talk to me about?" After saying that, Yang Zhen purposely looked at his watch. It seemed like he was hinting at something. Qi Xiaobei sat on the sofa and rubbed his hands. If that's the case, I won't waste my time on pleasantries. It seems that Mr. Yang is also in a hurry." "There's no rush. Bro Xiaobei's matter is more important," Yang Zhen said calmly. Qi Xiaobei raised his eyebrows. "Then I'll be straightforward. CEO Yang, regarding Brother Lei, I really can't do anything about it. So please don't take offense. As for me, I don't owe you anything and I don't want anything from you. We will still be friends in the future." Yang Zhen was stunned. "What does that mean? What do you mean by you don't owe me anything? You already took 6 million from me. Bro Xiaobei, aren't you going to pay me some more?" "Yes, it's coming. But today, I spat it all out. I even spat out the interest," Qi Xiaobei said. "As for the interest, consider it my bad luck. I won't ask you for it." But when he said those 2 words, it was definitely not something good. Yang Zhen widened his eyes. He wanted to know what Qi Xiaobei was planning to do with him. "But the IOU that my brother gave you, I'm afraid that you will have to take it back." Qi Xiaobei tried his best to explain everything calmly. Yang Zhen could not sit still anymore. He stood up immediately. "What do you mean by that? You think that 6 million is too little? You want to take the rest from me?" It was obvious that Yang Zhen was very agitated. He could not accept Qi Xiaobei's repeated accusations. These hooligans were really unreliable. They would do anything. They really did not give people a way out. No. That's not what I meant. I don't want your money. But I won't care about this matter anymore," Qi Xiaobei said. "Didn't you already take the money?" Yang Zhen's anger could not be quelled at all. Qi Xiaobei was also getting impatient. "I've already said that I can't take the money back. I've already paid you back with interest. I won't ask you for the interest. I'm the one who shot myself in the foot. But, you must return the IOU to me. Do you understand? Why should I?" Yang Zhen said. "You're the one who sent the IOU to me. How can you take it away just like that? What the hell is this? In the end, not only will I not get a single cent, but I will also owe Qi Xiaobei a favor. Brother, you can't be too greedy. I, Yang Zhen, agreed to let you take 30% of the IOU. This is not 100,000 or 80,000. You can even ask for 50% of the IOU. This is a debt of 20 million. It's already an exaggeration for you to take 30% of the IOU. I'll return the money back to you." When Yang Zhen's voice became louder, Qi Xiaobei could no longer control his emotions. "Yang Zhen, you learned Chinese from a chef, right? You don't understand what I'm saying, right? I'm not going to care about this anymore. You can look for whoever you want to settle this for you. I don't have the ability to take the money back." Qi Xiaobei was about to flip out. Yang Zhen had no choice but to calm down. "Brother Xiaobei, you're being too irresponsible. Didn't we settle this matter already? We don't interfere with each other's business. You've already taken the money that you deserve. So we're even now. What do you mean?" Qi Xiaobei did not understand. I said that we're even now. Everything is settled. You gave me a blank check after you got the 6 million. I don't even know if I can get anything back from this I owe you. Yang Zhen said. I can accept this kind of result. Brother Xiaobei, what else are you not satisfied with? Qi Xiaobei glared at him. So, you're really not satisfied with this? Do you think I should be satisfied? 6 million in exchange for an IOU. Yang Zhen said. Brother Xiaobei, I'm a very particular person. Business is business. Feelings are feelings. But if you do this, it won't just affect our business. Qi Xiaobei cursed in his heart. Who the hell has feelings for you? I just want money. Chief Yang, stop beating around the bush. Qi Xiaobei said. Just tell me whether this matter can be solved or not. That depends on how you want to settle this. Yang Zhen was very serious. Give me the IOU, and we'll stay out of each other's business. If it can be settled, then we'll happily settle it. If it can't be settled, then I'm afraid we can't continue to be friends. Yang Zhen suppressed the anger in his heart. This Qi Xiaobei is really too much. Damn it. He really wanted to give him a big slap, and let him have a taste of what it feels like to be slapped. But with the current situation in Qingdao, no one dared to mess with Qi Xiaobei. Brother Xiaobei, you're really messing with me. Yang Zhen laughed coldly. If this matter is settled this way, then I'll really suffer a double loss. I'm afraid I can't accept this condition. You should think of something else. Qi Xiaobei had been controlling his temper. Now that Yang Zhen refused to accept it, he could not care less. All right, Yang Zhen. You said it yourself. Let's change the way to settle this. Then, you better inform your people at the construction site in the southeast to prepare for it tomorrow. What do you want to do? Yang Zhen glared at him. I'm going to see if your workers are better at building, or if my brothers are better at dismantling. Qi Xiaobei glared at him. If we can't settle this peacefully, then I'll have to use some unconventional methods. Are you threatening me? Qi Xiaobei laughed dryly. Boss Yang, it's better if we don't fight. I didn't get any benefits. Don't make things difficult for me. Give me the IOU and we'll pretend that nothing happened. Isn't that better? We can still be friends in the future. Chapter 17:13. Yang Zhen was furious when he heard this. He had just told Su Yin that he wanted Su Yin to give him the mansion in exchange for the IOU. Now that Qi Xiaobei was playing this trick on him, what else was he supposed to do? Even if Su Yin was willing to return the mansion to him, there was nothing he could do. Qi Xiaobei was just toying with him. Qi Xiaobei, you should at least be honest, right? When you gave me the IOU, you said that you will keep the 6 million, and I will get the rest myself. You can only help me this much. Yang Zhen said. Now, you said that you have returned the money and you want me to give you the IOU. What else can I get? What else can I get? Then the 20 million will still be yours. You can ask Shirley for it yourself. It has nothing to do with me. Shirley does not owe me anything. Qi Xiaobei said. If you don't believe me, you can call Shirley and ask him if I gave him the money. No, you don't have to call him. Come, take a look at my bank account receipt. Come. Qi Xiaobei took out the bank account receipt and placed it in front of Yang Zhen. Yang Zhen's eyes widened. What the F***ck is going on? When you buy something online, you can return it if you do not like it. You can even give a bad review. How can you just walk away from this kind of transaction? That's a 14 million I owe you. Bro Xiaobei, don't you think that you are going overboard? Yang Zhen's face was filled with annoyance. We had an agreement before this. Now that you have changed your mind, how can we still be friends in the future? Oh Boss Yang, you are indeed a big boss. I'm really not worthy of you. If you think that we can no longer be friends, then let's not be friends anymore. Qi Xiaobei said. Anyway, I'm just a gangster. I can't be compared to a real estate big boss like you. Return the IOU to me and we will be even. We don't owe each other anything. Yang Zhen gritted his teeth and said, if I don't give it to you, will you ask your men to create trouble for me at the construction site? Bro Xiaobei, you have to think carefully. Now that Commissioner Chen has come to Qingdao, he said that he will crack down on you. It is not a joke. Crack down on you? If I don't commit any crimes, why are you cracking down on me? Qi Xiaobei said. I will ask my brother to go to your construction site and ask your workers if they dare to work. If they dare to work, they will break their legs. I'll kill one to warn the others. Even if something happens, there will be brothers willing to take the blame for me. But if you miss a day of work, you know how much you'll have to pay. Yang Zhen could tell that Qi Xiaobei was determined to fight him to the end. Brother Xiaobei, you can't be so careless. Heroes like you can't be like this. Qi Xiaobei was running out of patience. Between offending Yang Zhen and Su Yun, he chose Yang Zhen without hesitation. Don't flatter me, Mr. Yang. I'm just being polite to you because I feel that our relationship is not so bad that we can't meet each other in the future. It won't do anyone any good to have a falling out with him. Why can't you resolve this properly? Yes. Yes. Yang Zhen had no choice. He couldn't afford to offend such a person. You can take the IOU with you. We don't owe each other anything. But before you take the IOU, can you say something to me? Let me know who it is that made you choose to quit. Qi Xiaobei rolled his eyes. Mr. Yang, I don't dare to say it. But if you really want to resolve this matter, you can ask the people from Dongbei Gang. They are more aggressive than me. Yang Zhen harumphed. Of course, he had asked Bai Renjun before. Unfortunately, Bai Renjun didn't do it. If Bai Renjun did it, he wouldn't care about Qi Xiaobei at all. There was no need for him to be angry with him. Qi Xiaobei, you are considered a big shot in Qingdao. If you don't dare to say this, how are you going to establish yourself in Qingdao in the future? Yang Zhen threw the IOU to Qi Xiaobei. Qi Xiaobei picked up the IOU and felt relaxed. He ignored Yang Zhen's words and thought to himself, it's enough that you don't dare to provoke me. After receiving the IOU, Qi Xiaobei immediately rushed to the Sky Entertainment office that Su Yin had told him about and handed it over to him. Some things were like this. Everything had its vanquisher. Su Yin directly took action against Yang Zhen to take back the IOU. It was more or less bullying. However, the effect of letting Yang Zhen's people solve this matter was completely different. Qi Xiaobei was a hooligan after all. It was natural for him to do this kind of thing. However, this matter wasn't over yet. After all the furniture in the villa was settled, Su Yin directly invited Yang Zhen to visit his new house. He even told him that if he wanted to take back the house, he could give all the furniture to him. When Yang Zhen heard this, he almost roared out loud. However, he still came to the appointment for some unknown reason. This was because he thought of a new idea. Mr. Yang, I am a particular person. Brother Lei is loyal to me. I am also particular to him. After the two met, Su Yin took Yang Zhen to visit the house and said, if you want to take back the house and not make things difficult for Brother Lei, then I agree. As for the furniture, I don't want it. I will give it to you. Let's be friends in the future. Yang Zhen was a little hesitant. However, he was still thinking about this matter. Why didn't Su Yin know what happened? Of course, he had his own ideas. This matter was solved by Shirley. Su Yin didn't know that the IOU had been taken back. Then he transferred the house to him. What was done could not be undone. Then I really have to thank Mr. Su. Let's go transfer the house now. I will return the money to you. Yang Zhen said. I will pay for the handling fee. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go now. I will call the leader of the real estate bureau. This matter will be solved quickly. It will definitely not delay your work. When he heard Yang Zhen's words, Su Yin was happy. Then, Mr. Yang, will you return the IOU to me first? Ahaha, that's right. Yang Zhen said. However, we still have to exchange the money and goods. When the real estate bureau confirms the transfer, I will give you the IOU and transfer the money to you immediately. How about it? We are all businessmen. This is good for both of us. Ha ha ha, after all, it is the first time we are working together. Okay, I will do whatever Mr. Yang says. Su Yin deliberately put on a joking expression and said, but shouldn't you show me your IOU? Don't lose it when the time comes. It won't be good if I lose it. I'll act shamelessly, haha. Yang Zhen laughed twice and then took out the IOU from his pocket. Su Yin was startled. This old fox really had a lot of schemes. Look, Mr. Su. I will definitely carry such an important thing with me. Yang Jin said, let's go. Wait a minute. Su Yun smiled and sat on the sofa. Mr. Yang, we are all people who understand the law. Fraud will be punished. Let's record a video and a voice recording of the deal we made today. Yang Jin was stunned. He did not understand what Chen Xiaobei meant. If Brother Lei's handprint is really on the IOU, then everything will be fine. Su Yun said. But if it is not, I am afraid that I will sue you. What do you mean? Yang Jin felt guilty. He was the one who made the IOU. He wrote it down according to the notes in his memory. Then he cut his own finger and pressed the handprint. Su Yun smiled faintly. You should know very well what I mean, right? Mr. Yang, I don't want this IOU. Yang Jun's heart turned cold. He finally realized that the real mastermind was Su Yun. He did not expect that the person that Qi Xiaobei did not dare to say was this young man in front of him, truly worthy of being able to make Shirley submit to him. This Su Yun was truly too inconceivable. Chapter 1714. In order to celebrate Su Yun's move, Bai Xiaoye informed almost everyone. Su Yun was no longer a young man, and he had left the army for 2 years. It wasn't easy for him to find a home of his own. This was definitely something worth celebrating. The first to arrive that day were Tang Jiu and Zhang Wenning. The Zhang Yongliang brothers. Ever since the green-faced beast and ghost-faced Azura abandoned evil and turned to good, under Tang Jiu's baptism, almost all of the murderous aura of the underground world had faded away. They had completely become the middle management of the group, dressed in suits and leather shoes. If it wasn't for the terrifying birthmark on their faces, Su Yun wouldn't even dare to recognize them. Then came Yi Fala and the others. Chang Kongzhong Lufeng Dan Hongning, Shanzi, Lv Wenyi Dan Jiahao, and Yi Fala all came from Xinjiang. Obviously, after Ruan Qingshuang left Xingkai Hotel, they shared more work. After all, Yi Fala's identity was still a prison sentence, so there were many things that he could not handle personally. Even this time, Qin Wan-er was the guarantor for them to come to Qingdao. It took a lot of effort to get the approval. Qin Wan-er did not come with them, but she promised that she would come immediately after she finished her work. Su Yun's housewarming was important, but the case in her hands was also a very big responsibility for Qin Wan-er. She could not put down her work just because she wanted to have fun. Such behavior was quite irresponsible. Ruan Qingshuang rushing over was, of course, a matter of course. Although Zhou Meiyan had just returned to China and had some things to deal with, she did not hesitate to push them away. Although many things were urgent, it was not necessarily a big qualitative change if they were dealt with half a day earlier. Therefore, she had learned to be flexible. Su Yun was even more surprised by the people who followed closely behind. Lin Suyin and Wu Yuandong actually rushed over from Taiwan. Su Yun was really surprised. Bai Xiaoye did not know them. How did she inform them? When he saw Lin Gu rushing forward to greet Lin Suyin and Wu Yuandong, he understood what was going on. Lin Gu was Lin Ji's godson, and Su Yun, the honorary president of the 3 federations, was moving in. Lin Gu definitely had to inform his godsister. Wu Yuandong hadn't seen Su Yun for a long time, and was very excited. Although the global distance wasn't a problem now, it was impossible to meet and drink every day, so he was naturally very excited. Zhou Meiyan, who hadn't seen Wu Yuandong for a long time, missed him. After all, Wu Yuandong had been her driver for many years. Zhou Yeming and Wang Zhe also excitedly rushed forward and hugged Wu Yuandong. Little Dongbei Bai Liang called Brother Shanzi to the kitchen. Both of them were incredible. Little Dongbei was already the star chef of Qingdao Movie Hotel, and Shanzi was also the chef of Xingkai Hotel. The two of them had to learn from each other, and let everyone have a taste of their culinary skills. In addition, Bai Xiaoye also invited her best friend, Xiao Qiao, who was also her mother's most valued disciple. Of course, she also had to inform Zhuo Lingyue. If she didn't inform Zhuo Lingyue about this, it would definitely make Zhuo Lingyue feel a chill in her heart. Bai Xiaoye was no longer the capricious Bai Xiaoye from before. She had become more sensible and knew how to deal with relationships between people. After all, mother and daughter were mother and daughter. This kind of occasion was a very good opportunity to matchmake. After Zhuo Lingyue arrived, Bai Xiaoya's smile became even brighter. Fortunately, there was a big enough dining room in the villa, and Bai Xiaoya also bought a big enough table. Otherwise, there wouldn't be enough space for so many people. Nobody at present had thought that Zhuo Lingyue would bring a huge surprise to all of them after her participation in this big party. This was an accident that no one could have imagined. Seeing that the time of the banquet was getting closer and closer, Chen Wei also rushed over as soon as he got off work. He even carried a jar of liquor with him, saying that it was a treasure of his. He even brought it with him when he was transferred to work. He was reluctant to drink it, so he decided to drink it today. However, after seeing so many people, Chen Wei regretted drinking the other jar before. There were so many people today, and one jar of liquor was definitely not enough. Of course, Shirley wouldn't miss such a lively opportunity, so even though he was still in a cast, he still rushed over with Zhang Chang. Zhang Chang's shop wasn't open today, so he carried all the octopus balls he made over here in an insulated box. He treated it as an appetizer for everyone. To everyone's surprise, the octopus balls were really delicious. Luckily, there was an insulated box, so they tasted very sweet and delicious. Qin Wan'er did not break her promise. After finishing the case in her hand, she immediately ran to the high-speed rail station to buy a ticket. Fortunately, the railway was developed now, and the high-speed rail was running smoothly. Soon, there would be a train, so Qin Wan'er arrived in time and ate the hot octopus balls. There were more and more people, and it was getting more and more lively. Although Chou Yun, Ling Jiling and Fan Bing were all in Qingdao, they were the last to arrive. Although everything was prepared in the house, there weren't enough bowls, chopsticks and other utensils. Now little Dongbei and Shanzi in the kitchen were worried. If there weren't enough utensils, they couldn't start the fire. Seeing that the ingredients were all prepared, they just needed to wait for them to bring them back. Only someone like Su Yin would be able to make a famous fox venerable in the underground world bring 2 Chinese A-listers to buy bowls for her. If it were someone else, they wouldn't be treated like this. They were really envious of them. When the utensils finally arrived, Chang and the others began to help. Some unpacked the boxes, some carried them, some washed them, and some disinfected them. They were all busy and finally got everything done. Little Dongbei and Shanzi also went all out to compete with their culinary skills. The two of them were evenly matched. You have the 18 fresh fish head, I have the ancient roast goose, you have the pork neck charcoal, I have the soaring bull chi, you have the 8-headed abalone, I have the Australian lobster king crab. There were so many dishes. Dan Jiahao couldn't help but want to taste them several times while serving the dishes, but LV Winnie stared at him and stopped him. Lin Guo and Fang Ye even took the initiative to do the most tiring work, which was to share the food. After all, the long table was too big, and the food on the east side couldn't reach the food on the west side. Just when everything was in full swing, the surprise that Zhuo Lingyue was going to bring to them finally appeared. When the doorbell rang, no one could imagine who would come at this time. But soon Lin Guo, who went to open the door, led the 2 people into the dining room with his eyes almost popping out of their sockets. The whole place was silent. Who would have thought that the 2 people in front of them were actually Yumarin and Guogua? Most of the people present might not be familiar with Yumarin, but they were really surprised by Guogua's appearance. Of course, the most excited ones were Ruan Qingshuang and Chou Yun. The 2 trembled and couldn't say a word. Their eyes were instantly filled with tears. Although Guogua had left them for a long time, it wasn't that long. But in this short period of time, Guogua seemed to have grown up a lot. She was no longer crazy and no longer spoke shocking words. Her eyes were more resolute, and her expression was vaguely firm. Su Yin was very clear that the Dragon Brigade was a place that could quickly change people, but he still didn't expect Guogua to change so much. One day was like 3 autumns. Chapter 17-15. After Zhuo Lingyue received Bai Xiaoya's invitation, she had been pondering over this matter. This was Su Yun's housewarming, and she also knew that Su Yun's clever and eccentric little brat had entered the Dragon Brigade for training. Under such high-intensity training, that little brat really needed some opportunities to relax. Therefore, Zhuolingyue took the initiative to make a trip to Yanjing and directly invited Wan Guangxiao out. At first, Wan Guangxiao didn't intend to accept the invitation. But when Zhuolingyue said that it was about Su Yun, Wan Guangxiao gave face and accepted the invitation. This made Zhuolingyue quite angry. No matter what, she was the #1 person in the underground world. Yet, she actually didn't have as much face as a little brat. Wan Guangxiao, this old bastard, was really impatient. After Zhuolingyue told Wan Guangxiao about Su Yun, she directly put forward a condition, saying that she wanted to bring Feng Guogua to Qingdao. Wan Guangxiao didn't even think about it before rejecting. Even if Zhuolingyue was the empress, she couldn't make a decision casually. No matter what, Feng Guogua had entered the Dragon Brigade and was one of their people. She was a member of the secret organization of the country and had a secret identity. How could she be casually dispatched? This matter definitely couldn't be casually agreed. Wan Guangxiao felt that this was a matter of course. But in Zhuolingyue's eyes, this wasn't the case. Wan Guangxiao didn't leave any face for her. How could Zhuolingyue accept this feeling? After Wan Guangxiao rejected her, Zhuolingyue didn't say a word and just stared at Wan Guangxiao. After an unknown amount of time, Wan Guangxiao finally admitted defeat. He didn't even have a single move. Wan Guangxiao didn't have the slightest confidence that he could stop this woman from doing what she wanted to do. Finally, Wan Guangxiao relented. I can let Feng Guogua go. It's true that she hasn't seen those who care about her for a long time. I promised you because she's young. I can give her an exception. Besides, I'm going to see Su Yun. This is a special case. Don't talk to me about these great principles. I don't understand and I don't like to hear them. I don't know what rules you have, but I do know that this child needs to recognize his home. Zhuolingyue said, I have a general understanding of Feng Guogua's situation. She has no parents and Su Yun is her father. So in front of this girl, I am more or less a grandmother, right? Zai, time waits for no one. But am I really that old? You're already a grandmother. Speaking of this, Zhuolingyue felt a little awkward. Could it be that she was really that old? Zai, there was already a little thing who could call her grandmother. This stinky Su Yun, after knowing him, Zhuolingyue's seniority had increased by a level for no reason. Of course, I'm also a grandfather in front of that little girl. Wan Guangxiao said. Zhuolingyue glared at Wan Guangxiao unhappily. I'm not as old as you. You're a grandfather in front of Su Yun. Don't make yourself sound so young. Also, don't think that you can take advantage of me in terms of seniority. I won't buy it. Wan Guangxiao didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Zhuolingyue's mouth was really powerful. She didn't give him a chance to talk back. Hurry up and ask my little granddaughter to come out. I'll take her with me when I go. Zhuolingyue said. Wan Guangxiao, don't go back on your words. You've promised me just now. I know. I'll definitely let her go. Wan Guangxiao said. Besides, am I the kind of person who goes back on his words? I'm obviously not that kind of person. I'll never regret what I've promised. Zhuolingyue snorted. Fine, I'll believe you. So you go first. You don't have to wait here. Wan Guangxiao said. What do you mean by that? Zhuolingyue was unwilling at that time. After all this time, Wan Guangxiao was still beating around the bush. I've said it very clearly just now. In front of me, the little girl is more or less my granddaughter. How can I treat her badly? Moreover, you're still worried about danger when you're with me? Wan Guangxiao, look at me with your eyes wide open. Let me tell you today. Even if someone dares to burn down your Dragon Brigade, they won't dare to light a fire and smoke in front of me. Zhuolingyue. Wan Guangxiao didn't know whether to laugh or cry. This great aunt was really hard to please. I swear I don't have any other thoughts. It's just that I need to arrange for our own people to send her. We have our own rules. Don't make things difficult for me. I'll definitely let our people send Guogua to the place. You just need to give me the address. Although Zhuolingyue wasn't particularly willing, since Wan Guangxiao had said so, she didn't insist further. Obviously, this kind of insistence would make things difficult for Wan Guangxiao. Since he had agreed, Zhuolingyue didn't say anything more. She just told him to make sure that Guogua arrived on time. But before leaving, Zhuo Lingyue put forward one last request. The person who sends Guogua there mustn't be you. In such a good atmosphere, you're just an old man who doesn't even know how to smile. You'll spoil the fun by going there. You keep a stiff face all day. Those who don't know will think that someone owes you hundreds of millions. Wan Guangxiao was speechless. Alas, this woman really had a lot of requests. He had enough patience, but it was almost worn out by her. Okay, I promise you. I definitely won't go, Wan Guangxiao said. He really didn't have time. If he had time, he really wanted to visit. Of course, this was just a thought. I'll arrange for someone who Su Yin wants to see to escort Guogua there. Don't worry. I know it better than you. That's more like it. You're considerate. Zhuo Lingyue said. I owe you a favor for what you did today. When you really can't work anymore and want to retire one day, remember to contact me. I'll definitely accompany you to have a cup of coffee to soothe your little heart which has suffered a blow. Wan Guangxiao smiled bitterly. Don't boast. Sooner or later, I'll be so idle that I'll ask you for a cup of coffee. Don't go back on your words at that time. I'm a person who always keeps my words. Zhuo Lingyue stood up and left after saying that. She also felt that the whole world was much brighter after the matter was settled so happily. I'll come to catch up with you when I have time. Take care. Wan Guangxiao didn't want Zhuo Lingyue to come to him now. She definitely didn't come to catch up with him for something. Wan Guangxiao thought that Zhuo Lingyue would hold a grudge against him because of what happened on the flat top island. But he didn't expect that she recovered so quickly and seemed to have forgotten about it. Because of Zhuo Lingyue's private decision, today's scene happened. Beauty Yu was the person Wan Guangxiao had arranged to escort Guogua, and this person was indeed the person Wan Guangxiao wanted to see the most. After thinking about it, Wan Guangxiao felt that Su Yin definitely wanted to see the most. Therefore, when Zhuo Lingyue saw that the person who brought Guogua here was a beautiful girl, she couldn't help smiling slightly. Obviously, Wan Guangxiao really thought about it carefully. For the sake of this matter, she wouldn't bother him in the future as much as possible. Long time no see. You all missed me, right? Guogua was still the sensible and witty Guogua, but the tenacity of the traditional Dragon Fury team made Guogua's wittiness more thought-provoking. Of course. How can we not miss you? We missed you so much. Little Guogua, come, let Uncle Chang give you a hug. Chang could see that Ruan Qingshuang and Chou Yun were a little emotional. Even Su Yin couldn't stay calm. Therefore, he cleverly broke the deadlock by shouting loudly to liven up the atmosphere. Those sad feelings would naturally be suppressed. Guogua laughed. Now I'm heavier than before. Maybe you can't even carry me. After saying that, Guogua rushed to Ruan Qingshuang. Mom, do you want to see if I'm heavier? Guogua's heart was surging, but she didn't stay in the Dragon Brigade for nothing. She had learned how to control her emotions. Taking advantage of Chang's excuse, she immediately dispelled the sadness in her heart. Sister Chou Yun, after dinner, shall we compare notes? I'm very strong now. You're tuning in to the Earbook Haven YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.